I mean,
guess what? Top Lobsta Productions.
Neph to America is recorded in front of a live studio audience. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Neph to America, your cultural commentary for the end of days. I am David Lee Corbo, a.k.a. The Raven. That is Top Lobsta, the father of disinformation.
What's up?
Before we
Hey,
talk
guys.
about all the stuff, we want to talk about where we can collect your currency. Patreon.com/Nephilim Death Squad. Sign up there and gain early access to episodes before the general public, ad-free listening experiences. You're also going to get access to private communities of dangerous retards.
Very sexy.
Very sexy. And discount codes off of merchandise from toplobsta.com. Where if you go and you click on the giant purple Brohemian Grove sign, it'll take you to our ticket sales where you can get general admission tickets. And then beneath that, you can get all
I wish we had
details.
Nancy in the studio.
We
and then,
will.
like pull this up on a green screen and have her do like
like point to it like a weather person.
Creepy Vanna White. Like it's very long.
We will. We'll do that because she's going to be here in person before Brohemian Grove kicks
Didn't you
off,
try
so-
to get her to wear a dress or something for
I tried to
Bohemian
get her
Grove?
to just do anything. Trying to get Nancy to do anything at all is really difficult. Say hi, Nance.
All right.
Oh, that was fast. Made me look like an asshole, huh?
Yeah, she's really undermining us
I'll
today.
show him how responsive I am.
How you feeling today, Nance? It's been a couple of days. Everything good?
Yes.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Start up that oven. Boil that water. Have some coffee,
It's
Nance.
actually hurtful how meaningful the answers are that she gives us. It's just kind of. Anyway, we have a pretty good show for you today. Nothing prepared.
Oh no, we have some stuff. By prepared, I don't know if people know how we prepare for this show.
Hey, some shit happened. You want to talk about it?
Right.
Not
Nephilim
really.
Death Squad, we don't prepare anything. We go, we have the guest and we go, it's all on you.
Yeah, dog.
You better carry this fucking show.
Sink or swim.
And then for Neph to America, we go, oh, let's look on Twitter.
We give them the Nancy treatment. We just let them sit,
Yeah.
see what they'll say. Maybe they'll carry the
This
interview.
is your show.
This is your show, right? Well, yeah, I don't know. I came in today, and this is not what we do. We don't like talking about politics at all.
Right. We're really
Right.
just kind of like grifting off the viral.
But I got this. I got this pin. What's it say? Happy 80th birthday, President Trump.
Yep.
Oh, this was June 14th. When is June?
Juneteenth. Somebody gave us, it's not even June.
Oh, it's soon.
Oh, okay. So this is a preemptive birthday. They have them in
Right.
a golf cart too, because it's the villages.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some guy gave us these.
Greatest golf cart president ever.
Is that what it says? Hell
Something
yeah.
like that.
The greatest golf cart parade. I guess there's gonna be a parade here. I don't fucking know, but we decided, hey, how can we grift today? And it was like,
Yeah.
well, Thomas Massie's going pretty viral. I don't know anything about that at all. I've heard some
I know
good
shit
things
about this.
Well, I've heard some good things about him. You know, he's based, my overview on politics, but it just seems that somebody had an opportunity to get a good dude in office, and wouldn't you believe it? He didn't win.
Well, no, that's okay. This is fun for me.
Okay.
Because David has no clue what's happening here. And you have like the general conspiracy view.
All I know is he's like a solid dude.
I mean, so they say. I mean, we have, so from the conspiracy viewpoint, it has been interesting because there's been like Escanor. He's like, look at him. He's part of the Demolay Society.
Oh, is he?
Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. We have other people, guys that I like. Ben from End of the World News.
That's
the
right,
6G Agenda podcast. Andrew from the 6G. Shout out to these guys. They're really good, but I don't think I think that they're missing it.
Well, what are they? What are we talking about here? I don't even know what the fuck
We're talking
about.
politics.
Okay,
baby.
all right. I'm excited for that.
Buckle up, faggot.
Let's
So-
go.
Oh my gosh, we're over.
Oh yeah, we're on
We just
YouTube. We
got
can't
on
say that.
YouTube.
We just literally got off of our band.
I didn't mean that.
Today. He meant it in the...
No, I didn't mean it at all. Actually, go back and delete that.
In the platonic sense. What? So
what I'm saying is I'm sorry.
Okay.
I didn't mean that.
Also, we'd like to apologize to David Wilcock.
And Timothy Alberino.
And Timothy Alberino.
And
the Blue Letter Bible
yes.
company. The whole company.
Jim
really.
Bob.
Jim Bob. Yeah,
and
we'd
the
like
Orthodox
to apologize.
Church.
Yeah, also the
and
Orthodox.
The Catholic Church.
Yes.
And the Protestant Church.
Not Emily.
No, not. Anyway, Thomas Massie is seeking re-election in his district in Kentucky, whatever district number it is. He's been elected there for over a decade, I suppose. I mean, I started following him, like following what he was doing probably 10 years ago.
Okay.
Because the guy was really big on, at the time, 10 years ago? So that would be 2016. Kind of when I started to like really look into politics, but he was doing like this homesteading thing that was really cool. His property in Kentucky is like off the grid.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh no, it's super cool. And
yeah.
So the guy went to MIT, which is probably where he's going to get some of these Demolay ties or some of these secret society ties thrown at him. I have no idea.
Sure.
What I do know is that the guy is really smart.
Okay.
He's built all the tech in his house. He has like the computers and the servers, and like they're all like cooled down by the river stream.
What?
That's in his house.
Really?
Yeah. So like his entire house is like just self-sustaining.
That's
from
wild.
The water that is on the property to the electricity that's generated to the food that he butchers himself or buys from his neighbors.
I like all those things. Those are all solid things because so often you look at a politician and it's like, it's time to change the world. And meanwhile, they're doing nothing.
Yeah, they're counting the ridges on Oreos.
Correct.
So,
yeah.
Shout out Randy Fine. But no, this guy's cool for these reasons. And I think that the conspiracy people miss that because they go, well, one of his biggest funders is a Jew.
Okay.
And he is a Jew. He's actually a Zionist Jew.
Oh,
he's
shit.
one of these guys that though comes from the Libertarian Party. He's like a Cato Institute guy.
So he's gay?
Yeah. I don't like the Cato Institute, but they have general alignments and they have principles that they value.
Okay.
So these principles of freedom. So this Jewish guy has been funding him in his battle against Trump. Trump has been attacking him because he's been voting against Trump for probably since 2016.
Well, is Jew necessarily a condemnation? Like, I have a favorite Jew.
Yes, every single time.
Who's your favorite Jew?
Who's my favorite Jew?
I'll say mine while you think.
Okay, go ahead.
Donut.
Donut
is my favorite Jew. He is as far as Jews go, cream of the crop.
Hey,
Robin.
Who did you say? Owen?
Robin's my favorite Jew.
Robin. Oh, I love Robin. She crushes.
Oh, Robin. Yeah,
Yeah,
Robin's
yeah.
great. Shout out to Dangerous R-Tards in the chat.
Yeah. Can we say that on this? I don't even know anymore.
Cheney's my favorite Jew.
No,
There you go.
Cheney's not a Jew. No, she's
Are
a
you
lesbian.
sure? Oh,
That's different. That's
Okay.
different. Not to be confused with Israel. Well, they have like a large
They
population
have
of
their thing
lesbians.
going on.
It gets a little conflated.
Dave Smith, very cool Jew.
Dave Smith is. I don't like him.
You don't like Dave? Yeah, but you had words with him. I like Dave Smith. There's a couple of them. I mean, I could list probably 10 Jews.
I could list a lot of Jews, but as far as my favorite ones go, I hear Jeremy Kaufman's fun.
He's fun, but he's Jewish. You know, listen, we don't hate them.
Actually, I think I've run out of Jews that I like.
Yeah, I named like 3 or 4. And
I
I'm
just
like,
say it's not really anything against the Jews. I just don't like a lot of people.
I'm coming up empty. My brain is coming up sort of.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's actually looks pretty bad on our
Well,
part.
no. There are more. And I'm
I'm
sure if
sure,
we were given some time,
Theoretically,
yes, we would think about
yeah.
plenty of Jews. Maybe
Given a couple of hours,
yeah, I
I
could
can-
probably come up with 271,000 Jews that I like.
you better stop it.
It's fucking YouTube. I
You
keep
better
forgetting
stop
that.
it.
I keep forgetting that. All right, so
It's okay. YouTube is good with numbers.
So Thomas Massie is a cool dude. I was kind of running into this issue a little bit where I was arguing with people. Just it ties into this conversation.
You're
Owen,
arguing with people?
I was a little bit, yeah. Owen being on Tucker Carlson.
Okay, so there's a little bit of an overlap here when we're talking about the Thomas Massie thing and the Tucker Carlson, but go ahead.
So just, I'll keep this brief. The contention is Tucker Carlson wears the Kabbalah bracelet.
Mhm.
And I remember, I could be misremembering. Maybe this is somebody else. But wasn't there a video where Tucker Carlson pretended to be surprised when he found out that his dad or his grandpa was like CIA?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened, right? Okay, so obviously a lot of shady shit with Tucker Carlson.
You know.
Yeah, he was like surprised, like, oh, well, I found out that my one of my immediate.
That's what all those meetings were about. Yeah, it's like, okay,
what,
we know.
dude? We knew that about you. How did you not know that? Of course you knew that. So,
I even like his latest episode with the Freemason.
I would like to talk about that a little bit.
Tell me a little bit more about that. And I was like, you know all about that, Tuck. I still like Tucker. I think he's
just fine.
The same way I like Elijah Schaefer.
Well, this is the issue that I find is like you can be suspicious here on Nephilim Death Squad. We don't follow any dudes, right? We follow God.
Yeah.
You don't idolize man. You worship God.
Yes.
Therefore, it doesn't matter if Alex Jones is CIA.
Music for the pitch. Here we go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Wait, that music?
Here on Nephilim Death Squad.
Here on Nephilim Death Squad. JD's not a Jew, she says. So it doesn't matter who's
Make it concise.
Okay. Oh, I got now you put the pressure on me. We follow God. We don't follow Thomas Massie. Is that what I'm doing?
Or Jews.
Or Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they're CIA or not because we're not following them. So when they get exposed, when they fall in some way, shape, or form, that has no bearing. It doesn't matter at all. I go, look at that. Because I was following Christ.
Yeah.
I wasn't following that guy.
I was following a different, top Jews. Jesus.
Amen.
How stupid could I be?
God, that's embarrassing.
I forgot.
That's embarrassing. So my thing with the Tucker Carlson episode is, number one, don't be so scared, guys. You can listen to an episode of Tucker Carlson.
But David,
it's all about being afraid. You got to go, he's CIA. You can't. Hey.
There had to have been a secret meeting behind the scenes that Tucker...
I want to talk about that too. I want to talk about that because I think that's very important.
I mean, well, listen, here's what happened. This is how it works.
Well, hold on, let me finish my pitch. I'm almost to the end.
David, do more talking. It's fine.
When it comes to Tucker and Owen, just listen to the fucking show.
Yeah, listen to the show.
Just listen to it, dude. If Tucker was on there and Owen was on there and they were saying, well, actually, I think
we should we should make a union of people.
Yeah.
And then storm the Capitol.
Or if they said, for example, look, maybe there's a lot of health benefits to drinking babies.
Yeah.
Then you could go, oh, there's the CIA thing. I knew they were going to slip in some.
I feel like if Thomas was here, he'd make that argument.
But they didn't listen. They didn't say anything.
Honestly,
Tucker, if you listen to the fucking episode, Tucker didn't say
said,
shit.
Like, maybe I would like to get a timing of how long he actually spoke because I'm sure it's less than 5 minutes.
So the whole episode was just filled with a lot of like wisdom as far as like good and evil.
Call it gravy.
Gravy, right.
A lot of ladling.
A lot of positivity.
Yeah.
A lot of positivity.
But how'd he get there?
Well,
there must have been some kind of like nudge secret
there was
meeting.
My understanding was
don't say it.
Is a coffin.
Oh, yeah, that's a coffin.
And it took a long time because they had to build a really big coffin.
He's tall.
So Owen Benjamin is fucking 17 feet tall.
Not everything is a conspiracy is what we're saying. It's like sometimes
sometimes a filthy Puerto Rican.
Sometimes things just work out crazy, right?
Yeah.
And you saw it work out crazy.
I saw it work out crazy. And it actually made me reassess a lot of the accusations that I've thrown personally at a lot of people. Because what happened, do you want to say it or can I say it?
I don't even really want to say it.
I'm going to fucking say, no, I'm going to say it because this is what people don't understand when they're looking at the Tucker and Owen situation.
Hold on, when you say it, wait, go ahead.
Yeah. They think that a cabal meeting was held and that.
Where was the meeting held? Was it held?
It was
up or down?
I don't. Hey, don't do that, dude.
What?
Don't do that on this show. You're not going to beat the accusations. Top Lobsta facilitated that fucking episode. You did.
But that's how. Honestly, this is how most things happen.
You are followed by Tucker's brother. You got into just a casual conversation through comments at first, right?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
Something stupid. Just like benign.
Something benign was like I was like, oh, he likes this. It was more like you see all the plugs and the wires and stuff.
Yeah.
He was like,
you do be plugging shit.
Tucker's brother was like, I like this, and I go, oh shit, okay, that's a wire with like certain plugs on it, and then I'm like, oh, I have this Owen Benjamin wire, and they fit, and I go, I wonder, if I plugged them in.
So what did you say? You said like, hey,
what about that?
Talk to this guy because he does that.
What about this?
And then he was like, oh, yeah, that's kind of cool.
And then it happened.
And then it fucking happened. Then you guys, there was like a DM exchange and it was very casual. And I remember you coming to me one day like, yo, I think there's a chance like we might get Owen on Tucker. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, I don't know. His brother follows me. And now we're kind of like talking a little bit. And then next thing you know, it happened.
Okay.
And that's it. I mean, that's literally, sure, there's a little bit more fluff around the edges as far as like what was talked about or whatever, but like that's the heart of it. So in other words,
all that to say to the conspiracy community and how it relates to the idea of whatever Thomas Massie is doing.
well,
is
actually, before we even go there, they should be rejoicing.
oh, rejoicing.
Because if Tucker is controlled,
Behold.
and if he is CIA, and if he is a Kabbalist, then we just saw Owen Benjamin organically get on one of the, I'm doing air quotes here, biggest controlled platforms in the world and spread nothing but positivity.
Talk about childbirth rates, farming, and
that's a
being an
fucking,
overall good
that's
person.
a white pill, dude.
Yeah, that should be great. But no, we're sad.
Everybody's like, no, he's a Kabbalah. And I get it, dude.
It's
I
like,
understand
yeah,
that.
I see the red bracelet.
Yeah. I
And
got tweets making fun of him for it years ago.
Also, shout out to Steven. I think there was a Black Madonna statue behind Tucker at some point.
I don't know if that's actually what it turned out to be. I saw
it looked like Mary to me.
I saw like a clarified photo of it, and it was like, it's a dude. It's a male. I don't know what the fuck it is.
I don't know what
early
it is.
church father. Shout out to the Orthodox Church.
But
I don't
maybe
fucking know.
they be seeing shit and maybe it be there.
Isn't that crazy though?
What I saw though was just Owen doing Owen shit.
Well, if you asked
that was
me,
great, man.
Like if you asked me years ago, like, yo, do you think like a solid dude who wasn't captured by the whatever could get on a platform like Tucker's? I probably would have said no. Not unless shit happens in some backroom thing. That's a controlled platform. But instead, we saw something really positive, really organic, that made it all the way to arguably one of the top shows on the planet.
Yeah.
And then when he got on there, he made you laugh. He spread some wisdom, spread some positivity, spread some gravy. And you can't point to a single thing in that episode that was bad.
See, Cheney, I agree with you.
Yeah.
But you're missing it, though.
Rejoice. Rejoice is what I'm saying. Isn't
All
that?
we're saying is like, well, what happened there?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. See, so the CIA promoted family values. I guess we should oppose family values. I don't know.
Yeah. Look, I just think that's a pretty incredible thing that happened in what felt like a really
the standard coffee shop, casino,
fabrication shop and cultural orchestrators. Well, you are, but what's really crazy too is the effort that didn't go into that. Like, would you say that was a difficult task, or was that like a really?
No, and I would suggest people, if you could do these things, and it has nothing to do with like your status or whatever. It was just like, I was like, oh, you guys would get along. I'm gonna open up a group chat, and then I left the group chat, and I was like, here's you guys. And then once there was a formal introduction, I was like, all right, man, yeah, good luck. I think you guys should talk. It would be dope. See you later.
You said now kiss,
and
then you left.
Yeah, and I left. That's it.
And
that's
we saw something really cool happen because of that. In a really organic way, and none of it was negative.
Right. So, again, we're talking about the Demolay Society. We're talking about
Demolay.
We're talking about secret agencies and money from some Jewish guy that Thomas Massie was getting because of the libertarian appeal that he's bringing to the political office that was still holding for the next 7 months or so. And you got to ask, you're like, well, okay, these things are bad. I don't want this kind of like weird, funny money in politics.
I don't want my Thomas Massie getting Jew money.
I prefer not, but this is the game that they're playing. So this is the game that he's playing back. But then I go and I look at what Thomas Massie has done. And realistically, what he's done from my track record that I've seen, he has a 99% conservative voting rate on all the things that he's voting. And whatever that means, you decide. But to this metric, this standard metric, conservative means like not spending money on bullshit. So in every step of the way, he goes, hey, the country's in, I don't know, $30 trillion of debt. And they go, here's another spending bill for XYZ. And he goes, no, it's just responsible shit.
Yeah.
Like if
reasonable.
Like if I am the leader of my house and my wife's like, we need a hot tub. And I'm like, the hot tub is actually costs more money than we have in a bank account. And also we owe 5 times what the hot tub costs. I would have to go, I hear you,
but it's not smart right now.
But we can't do that. So no, I'm going to vote no. He's a guy that during COVID, and this is during Trump's presidency when Trump was in, he was driving from Kentucky to Washington, D.C. and back.
Is that far? I don't know geography.
It's pretty far. It's
okay.
I think it's like 7 hours. It's a trip. Okay. And he's not flying because at the time you had to be, have a shot to fly.
Oh, okay.
So he was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to drive. and he's driving this old beater station wagon or whatever, and he goes down there, and he's the only congressperson in the House there, and he's voting no. They're saying we need $1 trillion for an omnibus spending bill, and he's going, no, open the economy. And then he's forcing his constituents and his co-workers to come in and vote. And he's forcing them to put their name instead of like, oh, I'm not here or I'm voting from home. Yes, here's $1 trillion, print it.
Right.
Fuck
yeah, that's
the
what I'm
money.
saying. Why doesn't he just print the money? Why is he upset about it?
Because it's just standards. And these are libertarian practices and ideals. This is why he's getting money from that guy. I forget the guy's name, but he's a Cato Institute guy. They're actually good on monetary policy. They're horrible on social policies, but they're right on this. It's like, hey, if you're going to print $1 trillion, you should come in and put your name to that. So that way, when people look back in the record, they go, David said yes to this.
Right.
So next time I vote, I'm going to look at this and say, hey, why is the economy fucked? Well, you said yes. You don't get my vote going for it. But they wanted to be cowards and use COVID to hide behind all this crazy spending. And he made them come in and they hate him for that.
Okay.
So, and Trump did not like that either because Trump was in a tough situation. Like, we have to close down the economy. I got to print this money to keep this thing going so people don't get crazy. And Massie's like, hey, I understand you have this thing going around, but this is reality here. And we're going to deal with it. He's the only adult in the room. They hate him for it. He opposed the Iran war. Hate him for that. He was leading up the Epstein transparency files.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
That was him. That was him. A big reason why the Epstein files even dropped at all was because of him. So he's getting a lot of pushback from Donald Trump. Donald Trump went from calling him great congressman from Kentucky to the worst politician that ever lived. And it's just funny how, like, on the drop of a dime, MAGA will go, yeah, he's great. Yeah, we support him. And then he goes, he's bad. And they go, actually, he's really awful.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of surprised because I'm so out of politics that the allure hasn't worn off in a big way with Trump, just given everything that has happened as far as...
Again, I understand. I understand.
Oh, yeah.
Epstein files was fake. A lot of this stuff is show. A lot of this stuff is theater. It doesn't matter. What we saw here was the theater of professional wrestling. And it was like I told Matt this morning, what happened here was the Iron Sheik goes up against Hulk Hogan and everybody rooted for the Iron Sheik. You guys are so fucking dumb that you got the theater backwards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is the frustrating part for me where I'm like, you actually got this part wrong. Now, whether he's Demolay or whatever, it doesn't matter. I mean, we can go down to his state representative level and what he did there. Like I keep saying, it was like, yeah, school choice. He got the FDA out of like neighbors selling beef to each other. So that way the prices aren't astronomical. Like, there are things that people can do on a local level that are actually really good.
Yeah, I do maintain that. I don't fuck with politics at all, but I do say, like, if there's likely any change that you could affect, it would be on the local level. Once things reached a certain, magnitude, as far as the world stage goes, that shit I think is orchestrated left and right.
And then I'll be very suspicious about
By
Thomas
the way,
Massie.
Rain Man Goulet said, Top, you're so wrong about Tucker. And he goes on to say, whatever, talk to the biblical hitmen because Tucker's done this and that. It almost doesn't matter if all right, let's say we had an ultimate bad guy who does all the wrong shit. He wants to spray the things in the air and do this, and he's got a massive platform, and the platform is just constantly advocating. Let's say it's even doing that, advocating for putting fluoride in the water and all the craziest shit that every conspiracy theory, theorist gets mad about. Then a guy gets on that platform and he doesn't spread anything bad, and it's all positive and it's all wisdom and it's a white pill. That's a win.
Yeah.
That's a win. So you don't have to, like, I see a lot of people being like, I don't trust Tucker. And it's like, yes, good. Here's your little award. I don't trust fucking anybody.
Well, I mean, the reality of that whole interview was Tucker's brother really liked Owen Benjamin. That's what happened there. He liked him. Owen didn't follow him. Owen didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
I knew who Buckley Carlson was, and he followed me.
Buckley is a kind of a gangster name.
Kind of a gangster name. You got to have some balls to rock Buckley. He knew who he was. I knew who he was, and I just connected them. That's it. Yeah. But I'm like, so what happened there is that Tucker doesn't know Owen either. And he put him on because of his brother. So these things happen sometimes.
Well, I also think what it shows you is these people aren't tremendous boogeymen.
That's like not orchestrated at all. Like it's a weird thing to really go back and reassess, like, because we look at the world as like being completely orchestrated down to the T.
Yeah.
This was not orchestrated. As a matter of fact, like if Tucker is working in one direction, what Owen did for 2 hours on his show, and Tucker led him and agreed with him and then called him like
had to have set him back,
one of the
right?
wisest people. Yeah, it throws a monkey wrench in what he's doing. So I don't know the motives of these people. I just know what happened there. Yeah. And now I got to sit back and like really.
What happened there is fucking fantastic. Because it's like, it grounds me a little bit more in reality. I have this tendency to do exactly what you said there, Top, where it's like we think everything is orchestrated to the highest level on these gigantic world stages. And even a moment ago, I said that politics at the highest level is theater, right? To use the old expression. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that leaves much room for like God and genuine.
Sometimes
good
shit happens.
Yeah, sometimes real shit happens.
Yeah.
Real gangster shit happens.
And so, like, again, with Massie, some of the real gangster shit is like farmers being allowed to sell their cattle to their neighbors. And it's
I like that. Shady said Tucker's playing 5D chess. He wants you to think that he's cool because the next episode
I'm not following Tucker. I like what he does. I like what he does. I think he's funny. The same thing with Elijah Schaefer. Like, we've been to Elijah's offices and all that. And we see how he's moving, and we're like, you're strange, dog.
You're strange as hell, bro.
I'm still going to go here and fucking talk what I'm going to say, but I'm not going to a strip club with you. Like, that's wild.
Here's a good example. Thomas, a Paranoid American. Love that dude.
Yep.
Freemason.
Yeah.
And by that token, you would say that he, if you're the height of conspiracy theorists, then Thomas never has good intentions. Everything is a covert attempt to subvert and destroy Christianity, something like that. Who knows any of the things that you could accuse him of? And I go, yeah, man. I mean, I don't like that he's a Freemason, and I pray that he's gonna, come out of that. But I see a dude that's like consistently genuine. Thomas is a dude that's been consistently a real motherfucker since before he ever knew who I was, when I used to listen to him. So I don't have any problems with that. And if I followed Thomas, that could be a different story. If I was idolizing Thomas, that could be a different story. Or if I was equally yoked with Thomas, like I was going into business with him or something, that could be a different story. But as far as I'm concerned, he's the homie. Am I pumped that he's a Freemason? No, but I have my own discernment. So if he wants to come on the show and he wants to have a conversation, and he wants to share things with the audience, use your own discernment, dog.
Yeah, listen, also to go for the conspiracy theories about Massie, going back to that, the idea that this is theater, it's like an extrapolated theater that will eventually lead to Massie coming around to doing this or that and being some sort of leader for this new right. Maybe, but like what I'm seeing right now looks like Israel interfered in an American election of a small town in Kentucky.
What?
And it's never been more obvious. Like, yeah, $30 million spent. It broke records for this size of an election, because it's just a small district in Kentucky. The only people that pay right now are the farmers and the rural country people that live there.
Mm-hmm. And
it's hard to believe that they voted for this other guy who has never held office, came out of nowhere, has never done any debates. So what was it? Only $32 million. It's hard to believe that all this happened. And maybe it did. Maybe that's like a good testament of how strong the mainstream media still is, because I showed some graphics as well to Matt, and I'm like, well, it's kind of interesting because people under 40 and below voted overwhelmingly for Massie, and people like much older voted for this guy. I don't even remember his name. It doesn't matter. The guy that Trump put there.
Okay.
So it's just very interesting what's happening here. But again, the people who lose right now are the people who live there. The people who actually like this guy, and they wouldn't have voted against him no matter what kind of propaganda came out. And it's like you had a nationwide propaganda ring against a small town Kentucky congressman. And I think it took them two, because they've been getting at this for at least 2 terms, and he's beat them twice. And each time they give more money, and it's coming from the Israel lobby.
I don't know.
Again, I hate bringing the conversation.
What is that?
Back
is that a
to
thing
Israel.
like where you fund both sides of the
No,
fence?
I think so. This guy that's funding him is a Zionist, and that means that he thinks the people of Israel should be in Israel, or the Jewish people should be in Israel, and then whatever they think about Gaza, whatever.
Right.
That's their thing. But what's happening in America, American politics, why is that being influenced by people that are specifically from the Israeli lobby?
There's something happening right now in Long Branch, New Jersey. Long Branch or Long Beach. I don't know if there's a Long Beach, New Jersey. Either way, where their municipal building is erecting Israeli flags out front. So it's American flags and Israeli flags.
Something very interesting too. Like I think 0.39% of the population in Kentucky is Jewish. So none of this even matters. Like a lot of the argument was like, well, he lost because of his statements against Jews. And I was like, these people don't like that. Do you think that they really care about this?
No.
It's bizarre.
I don't know.
But whatever, we're headed that way. And now the conspiracy theorists can be right, because that opens up, instead of keeping Massie in this smaller role where he's just doing what he should be doing, now there might be like a more of a national stage for him to do other things. And then we'll have to be very suspicious of where his motives are.
Well, we'll see. It's just, to me, it kind of felt like another one of those moments where everybody was backing a certain guy in politics and then watch that guy fail one way or another again. This time, he didn't get the election. Other times it's because he didn't do what people wanted to. And I am left looking at this situation like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say when it comes to how much you could influence politics. But I just abstain, because I don't feel like, well, mostly, and I've stuck by this, and you could actually go on my Facebook and look every fucking election season that comes up since I was a kid. I was the only person, because when can you vote? 18? Yeah. So as soon as 18 hit, I was the only person in my fucking like circle of friends in my Facebook, community, whatever, saying like, hey, I'm too stupid to cast a vote. And I went to school with a lot of you motherfuckers. And I know that you're too stupid to cast a vote, but you're all posting your little pins and you're all pumped that you're voting. So I always came from that place first and foremost.
I'm going to go to this Trump rally.
Yeah, that's right. This is going to be here in the Villages. I don't think he's going to be there. So here, let's get into Facebook. Some of this. This is interesting too, because I think this kind of does plug into it. It's a little bit of a hard segue, but in regards to whether or not organic real shit happens at the highest levels.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something we've been talking about for a while, and it just keeps happening. And that
Rogan.
we got Rogan here. Let's put it this way.
And what's his name? Andrew Schultz?
Yeah, Andrew Schultz.
Okay.
And well, here, let's just let him play. I don't want to spoil it at all. Let's go.
One of the real problems with the Bible is, as you get older and older with the Bible, things get weirder and weirder. So it's like, what was the original story? Like, if you get to the Dead Sea Scrolls are bananas. And there's stuff in the Dead Sea Scrolls, like if you get like, I had Rep Luna, Anna Paulina Luna on the podcast, and she was talking to me about the Book of Enoch. She goes, "You ever read that?"
And
I was
that's
like,
not
no.
included in the canonized.
Here's why: because of rabbis. A bunch of rabbis said it didn't align with the Torah, and so they yanked it out. But it's an original biblical text, or at least a part of the original religious text that they found in the Dead Sea Scrolls in Qumran. When they found those clay tablets, the Book of Enoch was in there along with the Book of Isaiah.
We need to call Wesley
The Book
Huff.
of Enoch is nuts.
That's
I talked
the
to Wes
Giants
Huff about
one.
it.
That's the Giants
It's
one,
not just the Giants, it's aliens. It's about the
Interesting.
Watchers who came down and
Oh, that is interesting.
Yeah.
Cheney says Rogan is the Trojan horse. I mean, the expression that we like to use here is that Rogan is the new Laurel Canyon. And
Yeah, but Cheney, here's a question for you. If you were invited on Rogan, would you go on there and say what you've been saying on your show?
honestly, Cheney on Rogan, I'd watch the fuck out of that.
And would it be a win?
Yeah, it would be a win.
Yeah.
That'd be a white pill. Cheney on Rogan.
There's levels to it. There's levels to what we're doing here.
Here, let's go.
Mated with human beings, bro. I'm reading it right now.
I know you are. I already know.
Bananas. She told me to read it, and she's like, you have to read this. It's nuts.
And what did Wes Huff say? Did he say there's a legitimacy?
Yeah, it's 100% of a legitimate text. It's legitimate religious text, but they decided not to include it because it's so nuts and because it goes against what the writings of the Torah.
Right.
So, but it was a few rabbis. Just a few rabbis decided. Like if the Book of Enoch was included in the Bible, it changes the whole
Why would
story
the
of the
rabbis
human
decide
race.
goes
back
into the
then they had
Christian.
that kind of power. They just decided that it doesn't get included in the canon. This is a long time ago.
But yeah, I mean, this is like around. Well, who decided to canonize Bible, right? This is like Constantine time, right?
Well, that's for the New Testament, right? And so with the Old Testament, you've got Westhoff would be the guy to ask
Oh, wait a
all
minute.
these
Enoch
questions.
was included in the Old
Oh,
Testament.
it's old as fuck.
Oh, okay,
Not only is it old as fuck, when they found it, they also found a version of the book of Isaiah. This is one of the things that Westhoff told me that was really fascinating. They found a version of the book of Isaiah that is verbatim the same as a version of Isaiah that was 1,000 years later, which they thought was the original.
Unbelievable.
That's what's crazy. For
Unbelievable.
1,000 years, they maintained the exact same story verbatim, writing it down and passing it on. And the Book of Enoch's in there with that. And the Book of Enoch is...
Where do you put this?
So first I got to say...
Who these guys?
To Cheney,
I love that.
what I will say about Rogan is, number one, I watched the show for a really long time, up until probably 2019. So right before the lockdowns, I started to, pull off a little bit. And then as I was listening to him and he was, kind of navigating it, I felt like he was doing a piss poor job.
Cheney said she wouldn't.
I think that would be a huge...
I think you're full of shit, Cheney.
I think that would be a huge loss if Cheney did it. I'd want to watch that. But what I will say for Rogan is, to this day, he's still my favorite UFC announcer. He's a great announcer. He's a great analyst when it comes to watching fights and the way that he breaks it down. I haven't listened to his show for a long time, but this reminds me a lot of what I watched yesterday, and we could talk about these two things on Tucker Carlson's show, which I never watched until Owen was on it.
Yeah, when did I stop listening to Joe Rogan? It was probably, honestly, he had this guy on that was doing fear mongering during COVID.
Yeah.
That might have been the last episode that I watched of him. I remember exactly where I was too. That's
where I started also kind of peeling away, because I was like, this fucking dude is not aligning with anything that I'm researching.
But he was also doing a thing where he platformed that guy, which kind of really kickstarted this fear of COVID.
Yeah, but then he had not Robert Monroe.
Malone.
And
he had those guys. He had Peter McCullough on, and he kind of did both of these sides, which is, I don't know. It was like a presentation of fear and solutions, and whichever one you wanted, that's what you're going to choose.
I mean, look, he was good on some stuff. He was showing, but my complaint with Rogan is going to sound a little bit pompous, is that he just wasn't fast enough. Like, I'm looking at information in real time as it's coming out on the internet, and it just wasn't. He wasn't affirming, and I don't need anybody to affirm it, but I'm like,
affirm me, daddy.
Affirm me, daddy. Reaffirm what I'm learning, what I'm hearing. Unless you're talking about it in these dire times, I can't fucking waste my time listening to this. So I stopped around that time. But yesterday I'm listening to Tucker's show, because after the Owen episode, which is the first time I ever listened to Tucker in any meaningful way, the next episode that came out was a dude that was an ex-Freemason who was talking about a bunch of different shit, demons and spirits and yada yada. And it was interesting. Once again, was not anything groundbreaking. I say once again because what do we experience? Oh, recently the UAP files. And I was like, nothing groundbreaking, nothing that your favorite conspiracy show hasn't already exposed to you to some degree. But this episode was a sort of a gauge on the shifting of the Overton window. I think this one is too. So I just listened to that clip with Andrew Schultz, and I don't really have any problems with what was said. And it's not groundbreaking shit. Nothing that hasn't already been exposed to you by...
Also, what book of Enoch is she referring? 1, 2, 3? Because 2 and 3, I understand why you a lot of pushback. It's kind of, that gets batshit crazy. That's bananas. Book 1, if you're reading the Bible, book 1 is kind of tame. It's just more of this explanation, and it's an inside look on what these angels were talking about, or what the people at the time were doing there. So I don't know. I don't know if I have a problem with him even saying that, but it's being presented at this time. It's like the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yeah.
It's for this generation. And now this is being presented at this time. The Dead Sea Scrolls have been around for quite a while.
Right.
We have to start questioning, why is it being proliferated in the way that it is today?
Yeah.
By
so
strippers.
Still Reserve said they don't mind muddying the waters. I don't know if he's talking about this, but it's just I don't have a problem with this. We often talk about 9 truths to sell a lie. I'm not going to watch the whole episode to figure out where the lie is. So I think it's more just for me an observation, and I'm always going to be sort of an independent researcher, right? I'm always going to have my own shit that served me well all through the lockdowns. I've been doing this for a long time. That's not going to change anytime soon. More for me, I'm sitting back and I'm going, look at where we're allowed to be now intellectually, like as a culture or as a people, as a society, we're now allowed to engage in these things. So where this guy is on Tucker's show last night or whenever it was, and I was watching it last night, he's talking about, demonic possession. He's talking about Freemasons. He's talking about how not every Freemason is in a position of power, but everybody who's in a position of power is a Freemason. And, once again, not groundbreaking shit, but I'm like, oh, that's where the conversation is shifted to. This is what's allowed to be, when Sam Tripoli calls it safe, dangerous.
I think also like pair that with the topic of today's show, with the Thomas Massie idea. Politics it's straining into this realm of non-realistic territory where, like, again, so we're looking at a guy, unless you're a conspiracy theorist and you want to go down the, all the secret society path. Okay. No, I'm talking about Massie saying about what he's done in this and that. It's like, I don't know, the reality and his voting record show he's pretty like a solid dude. Okay. But the mainstream political belief is that this guy is the worst. He's the devil. He's a Democrat. And on the other side of that, in our conspiracy world, we're drawing closer to what we seem to be the truth. So like, there's like this rubber band of like politics is being stretched way over here to complete fantasy land. And conspiracy is actually becoming reality. What happens there?
So part of my thought process is like, where's left to go? Oh, wait, do we have the Japanese music?
Nancy, do your job, Nancy.
Hold on, we got to hit her with the Japanese music or else she won't know what to talk about. Thank you.
All right, Nancy. Is she going to do it or are we just going to wait here?
She might be boiling water.
Oh, wait, dead air.
Oh, what do you guys think of Christ is King anti-MAGA political movement led by Sears Fishback and Webon? That was my job. Thank you. What do you guys think of the Christ is King anti-MAGA political movement?
Thank you, Kenny, for the $20.
That's an interesting. I don't know that I know much about that. There's a Christ is King anti-MAGA political movement that's led by, who was that?
Joel Webben and Fish. Is that Fishback? Sears. I don't know who Sears Fishback is. Oh, JP Sears is doing like a convention or something with Joel Webben and a couple of other of these pastors or like Christian like movements, but they're part of this very political Christian movement. Although Joel Webben is a Baptist, I believe.
Is he cool?
I think he's smart.
Okay.
I think that he's good on a lot of the topics. I think he has an agenda.
Okay.
I think he has an agenda. And I don't know. I wouldn't say that he aligns with what I'm doing, with what I'd like to see.
Sure.
But it's one of these people that I'm like, yeah, temporary ally for sure. Somebody that's headed in the direction I'd like to see until, if that makes any sense. Very much of the political Christian right. That's where this guy's coming from. So we can obviously see not the flaws. I mean, if he's successful in what he does and has his way, he'll be very successful. And it wouldn't be great for anybody else that doesn't believe what he believes. But he's saying a lot of things that make sense. So he's a guy that I'm kind of like, I like him, but
you find yourself aligned with people for now, kind of a deal, right?
Yeah. I mean, we've been through this game so many times that we're like,
this is very much how conspiracy became synonymous with the Republican Party, because conservative values kind of overlapped for a time with conspiracy, because within the sort of I don't know if I could say it on YouTube, the Italian food gate and it's a flat disc like.
Okay.
It's pepperoni gate.
Yes,
we say pepperoni gate.
Is it Italian food?
Actually I've had like authentic Italian pizza. I'm like, this isn't fucking pizza, you slob. Get this out of my face.
This is bread and sauce.
Not good. So there was a time when that was really popular, and of course the Epstein thing was really popular the first wave around, not the first time he got convicted of, child abuse, but the second time, late 2010s, that was aimed a lot more at the Democratic Party.
Mhm.
The Democratic Party were the culprits. And then we kind of got our wits about us somewhere along the line, and we're like, this is not a bipartisan kind of a thing that's happening here. They're just fucking these kids. So that has since diminished because the right, or at least like, let's say MAGA, whatever that is, has a problem with being unable to see the flaws of Trump, which I never had any kind of allyship to anybody. If you act like a piece of shit or you do something suspect, I'm going to say that. And so in that way, we've kind of branched off now.
Yeah.
But it's very similar. So this guy is kind of aligned right now. Who knows where the cultural climate will shift? Where we're going to say one thing and he's going to say another, and then we're not going to be, so it's just kind of how it goes.
I'm not a fan of like using the state, and I think that these types will use the. Well, I mean, I guess of the Baptist variety. So like the guy band pastors that Doc Shelley and the other guy Stephen Anderson that are along with him, they're Baptist. So I think that they're going to go in line with each other a little bit, especially when it comes to the political realm, mixing with the religious, specifically the Christian right.
Yeah.
And it's a flavor of Christianity that I think is garbage that shouldn't be created. That will create the beast system. That's where they're headed, whether they know it or not. I don't know.
Well,
but
that goes to that
what they're
Donnie
pointing
Darko
at.
thing, right? Where he's like, oh, it's going to be the beast system is going to be a political beast, and it's going to be authoritarian, almost like fascist adjacent, and
it'll eat the people that create it.
Yeah.
Along with
But
the
that's
people
what both
that,
extremes do.
Yeah.
They eat the people. So it's like for the left, you're never far left enough.
Yeah.
You've never cut off enough of your penis to be in the group, kind of a deal. All right. Well, here, let's tap into something different. I mean, on the topic of that, I suppose this is all connected. We got some videos here. I don't know. I want to get your thoughts on a top if you think that these things are real. This guy here, Gerhard, I'm not going to try to pronounce his name, says holy fucking shit, which is funny because for some reason there's an American and Israeli flag. Before that, I don't even understand that. This is about aliens. Professor Chaim Eshed, Israel's former head of space security program, says aliens exist, have been in contact with the U.S. and Israel for years. They chose the U.S. and Israel.
Yeah.
That's funny. You kind of said that this whole alien thing was connected to Israel in some way, or like that it was going to end up being connected to Israel in some way. It was a joke when we made the Israelian meme. The Israelian meme. And it was like a slip of the tongue by me. It wasn't even a slip of the tongue. I actually thought that's what they were called. If you were from Israel, you were Israelian. And then, that kind of led to a larger joke where it's like these things are connected somehow. And now here we go. So allegedly, the Israel and the U.S. have been in contact with them for years. The U.S. and Israel have joint military bases on Mars. That sounds so fake and gay, dude.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
I don't believe that. Donald Trump knew about it for a very long time, but was asked not to disclose it to avoid mass hysteria. Is this why Trump started the Space Force military? But they have this video here, and that's really what I wanted to show you, because, we live in this time where we probably have seen something that's real, and we would have never known it.
Yeah, it would just slip by, huh?
It's an old video. I don't know. Here, let's let it play. So for the audience who's listening, you have definitively a tall gray.
Yeah.
That's
large head, not coned, no facial features, deep black eye sockets.
Yeah.
Larger eyes and somewhat of like a bump where the nose should be. Very
body
frail.
like a black teen. You know what I mean? Like an athletic black teen.
Bird bone.
Yeah, where they have that kind of bird chest. I don't know. I mean, there's this image next to it here. This is a classic one. Everybody's seen this.
Like a Roswell one, right?
Yeah. Just the idea, there is something, I don't know how to phrase it, kind of beautiful in some weird twisted way that we could have been looking at. I'm not saying that grays are real in the sense of what we think. Maybe this is, who knows what the hell this thing is. We could have been
looking at something legitimate this
something
entire
legitimate.
Time.
This is something that, the same thing can be said with Bigfoot photos and footage. We've got no way of knowing, and that kind of makes it really fun. No way of knowing the things that we've been subjected to, were any of them real. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, man. I mean, I guess we're living in a time where it could. I don't know. It looks great, right?
It does. This is so old too. I mean, this has been around for a long time. I think
we're looking at like a shorter grave. It's like one of the normal size graves, Puerto Rican size.
Yeah, and as some of the audience who's listening might remember, this is one of the ones that were supposedly recovered from a crash. This is very old. Yeah, Cheney says beautiful. I don't know what it is. What the word that I'm looking for is, it's not beauty, but there's like it's like a kind of poetry in it.
Yeah.
Right? There's poetry in the idea that
It's haunting.
Haunting is a good way to put it as well. Yeah.
Hauntingly beautiful.
The concept that you could have been looking at something real for a long time. That's not to say that the nature of it or what they claim about it is real, but that this is not some paper mache, movie prop or some shit like that. This is something that is not human.
What if that thing that they brought out in the Mexican government was real?
The cake?
The cake?
I don't know.
Hey, it's all on the table now.
I suppose it is. I don't know. I never bought that one.
I remember calling that fake for a long time.
Yeah,
and
because
now
it looked like bullshit. Close Encounters of the First or Third Kind, or whatever the hell the name of the movie is. I think the little dudes that walked off the UFO looked pretty much like that. And then, so people have done like side-by-side comparisons. And it's like, if they did make cake that looked like aliens, they designed the cake after that movie.
Man.
That's a Spielberg film, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, Daddy's been in the news too. Do you want to watch that clip of Daddy? Because he's talking about aliens again. I think he's been justified or...
This is interesting because we have a certain discernment. We're not the brightest bulbs in the bunch. However, there's a time now and again where we nail the nature of a thing pretty head on. And I think this is one of those instances. So Daddy, Timothy Alberino, whom we've made up with and love dearly.
Oh, hey, shout out to Steven. Steven's in the chat.
Oh, I got to fucking... hey, Steven. I got to get off my thing, and then I have to reshare because my audio just dropped, and we need to hear what Daddy's saying. He... if you guys remember, a lot of the issue with us and him, where it was about primarily spreading this idea that Christians would stand in the way of progress because of their old and antiquated ideas about, aliens being demons. The other thing that we were accusing him of is wanting to position himself, that he wanted to position himself
here.
At right fucking here.
Right here.
Right here. So here, let's hear what he has to say. I'm sure it's
well, let me ask you a question though before we play it.
On Mike Lindell's network, by the way, which I don't know if that is technically right here. If we were a little bit more polished, we could have been on Mike Lindell's network. Well,
if you played nice, Tim, you'd probably be on Tucker Carlson show. Touche. Group chat. That
could have facilitated that.
But would you prefer anybody else talking about this? I think he gives a great overview of what's happening here. I just think that the conclusions I disagree with.
Well, I don't even know if I disagree with any conclusions anymore. There was a time where he basically said that what we were doing was giving a black eye to the Christian community who was talking about this by engaging the way that we were. And then when I saw those fucking 6 pastors come out or whatever,
the pod pastors,
I said, the pod pastors, Gay Fieri. I called him dishonorable Guy Fieri. When I saw that happen, I said, these guys are giving serious researchers like us a black eye.
Serious researchers like you and I.
Sounded like Timothy Alberino. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not even sure what the fuck I disagree with him about. Here, let's listen to what he says.
Great wallpaper.
Great picture of, what is that? Isaac Newton.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. All right, let's make this big and see what Daddy has to say.
I've been told behind the scenes, the idea is that we're going to be given enough information to make the correct.
Makes me feel good that he doesn't make eye contact here either.
Yeah, so we said that he was channeling.
You said.
I said that he was channeling, and I meant that jokingly, unless it was true.
Great tan, Daddy.
Daddy's got a great tan.
I got a good tan. I
got some color on me too.
Yeah.
I've been out and about in the pool and such.
We'd be outside.
Yeah,
touching grass.
But it seems that really he suffers from like debilitating autism that doesn't allow for him to make eye contact with the camera because it disrupts his thought process.
Same.
And let me tell you, his thought process is a mean one. His ability to get into that flow state and start hitting all those big vocabulary words. Not a lot of people can do that.
That's right.
Not a lot of people.
I wonder what he's looking at. Maybe he can give us some advice.
I think he's looking at he's one of those guys. Remember from Mother Horse Eyes where some of the kids had a gene that allowed them to perceive the fourth dimension?
Yeah.
He sees the words
shapes
right
in the
down there.
words.
He can see them and he's
pulling
looking
them out
to
of
them.
the ether.
So I'm sorry for accusing you of channeling crippling autism for the win.
That's so crazy.
To draw the correct conclusion. And the correct conclusion is that we're not alone. That's the correct conclusion. I believe the president knows that to be a fact at this point. Everybody that's working on this knows that to be a fact. And I think that they're hoping and trusting that the American people are going to draw that conclusion after we're done with the document dump. Because as you probably know, this has only just begun. I was told that we're going to get new documents about every 2 weeks, and that the revelations, the material is going to get increasingly more spectacular.
I'm looking forward to that.
Do you have to be told that though? Because I said that.
You know what, man? We do a thing that's very unfair, and we think that everybody is on the same informational wavelength that we are.
Informational, discernible, Holy Spirit wavelength.
Yeah, bitch, because we didn't even read anything to come up with this. Holy Spirit told us, bitch. And that is really what's crazy is, I was talking about that with the Anna Paulina Luna thing. And
this is also just how the government works.
The pastors, let's say the pastors too. So the pastors needed to the pod pastors needed to get into a meeting with some dudes who have dedicated their entire lives to studying this phenomenon. All you had to do was just be on the fucking internet.
Yeah,
bitch.
You guys got into a coffin?
You got into a coffin, got jerked off on? All you got to do is just think a little bit. Like, I'm a retarded dude on the internet, and I'm not a congressperson. I've never been on a megalithic structure. I'm not the leader of a church. I don't have a fucking network. And I know all the shit that you guys have been exposed to. And it's not like I can barely read. I have to read out loud to read. Like, people hear me on Chronicles, they go, he reads just fine. Yeah, out loud.
Out loud, yeah.
I can't read in my head.
In his own head, there's not enough room.
There's not. There's just, I will say all day, I'm just thinking. Like, my wife will try saying things to me, and I'm just thinking. And then I'll be like, what? And she'll be like, what are you thinking about?
Me
I'm
too.
like, fucking aliens and shit.
Me too.
So that's crazy. We do an unfair thing. Timothy Alberino is talking to, he's on Lindell TV.
He's got this. All right, let's.
He's talking to boomers.
Yeah, he's bringing the good word.
He's bringing it to the boomers.
Tim, you're going to kill these people.
Yeah, you got to be careful. They're on the edge.
The word that was used in my communication. So I expect to see more, and I expect to see more videos, more footage, the kind of footage, for example, that Congressman Eric Burleson, Tim Burchett, Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna have been referring to, that they've seen behind the scenes, that they've been pushing to get released. We're going to see some of that going forward. And some of that footage, it sounds like it's quite astounding that people gasp when they see it, because it's undeniable.
So I think I kind of have a feeling,
It's kind of
because
exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. These are exciting times, and I'm trying to be an excited boy more so than I am trying to be a negative boy about what's going on. And I think I have an idea as to what will be.
Are we done being negative boys?
Yeah, we're not negative boys
We
anymore.
were negative
we're
boys
positive
last
boys.
episode. But
yeah.
This episode, maybe not.
No, I think that's behind us now.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of these guys have been alluding to something bigger coming, right? I think Tim Burchett might have said it, where he was just like, there's a holy shit moment coming.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a feeling that it is probably in regards to the hybridization program, which is like, it's so hard to even talk about that, because when they say hybridization program, I go, you fucking, and I don't even know why that's my reaction. Are you fucking kidding me, man?
Why are you getting mad about it?
I don't know, because we talk about it.
Uh-huh.
We're the special boys.
No, don't
We're
be
the
that.
special boys. We talked about it for a long time.
This is what got Cain, man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. You gotta resist that. And instead celebrate, because even if it's all a deception, It's like we knew all the details of the deception that they're deceiving us with by confirming the deception. But I don't think that's what's happening. I do check that every once in a while. I'm like, are they just targeting me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With this confirmation bias shit to get me to believe something, and then they're going to fucking zig when I zag.
Grow their podcast. Tell them lies. And then what? What's that?
Grow their podcast. Now grow
Step
their
3.
podcast.
Step 3, underpants. Like, there's no reason for this.
I don't know what comes next. That's why I just try to game it out, and I go, honestly, it just kind of seems
you
like
should tell these people how humble you are. Tell them
That's
about your
right.
humility.
that is true. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the best. I got the most humility. The biggest humility.
I got the biggest humility. Nobody's is bigger.
Nobody's is bigger. I would never be less humble or more humble than I am right now.
Nobody's ever been more humble. Well, here, this is something that is kind of fascinating, and I don't know if this is so. Like I said, I think it's the hybridization program that's going to be the big thing. And here, we'll do this because Lou Elizondo talked to the Taibo instructor recently, and I don't know fucking why. Thank you, Kenny. The Fed.
Kenny, hold on.
Oh wait, yeah. Do the
Nancy.
Japanese.
Can you do your job, Nance? Or just
Well, hit the music first. She's got to be summoned.
Yeah, Nancy, wake up for a second. Read the chats.
I think Nick Fuentes is secretly organizing the Christ is King movement. Doubt anything good will come from it. Here's an extra $10 for David's GLP-1s.
What's
I don't know what that is.
What's
Are you saying
GLP-1?
that he has like diabetes?
What is GLP-1? I gotta look that up now. Nancy, are you showering with
I know,
your
what the hell's
laptop? What's going
here?
on?
Be professional.
GLP-1 pill. GLP-1 pill.
It's Ozempic.
Oh, you motherfucker. hey, I can't even say I've been losing weight. I have been losing no fucking weight whatsoever.
funny.
It's very frustrating.
That's funny, Timmy.
What's going
That's
on
not
in your
very funny.
background?
Are you showering? Oh my God, bro. Okay, so Lou Elizondo talking to the Taibo lady, and I don't know if I'm going to play this whole thing. It's 4 minutes long. We're going to play some of it. It's about the alien hybridization program, human abductions, and covert cooperation.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we've been saying, right? Like, a lot of this might be a front for MK Ultra, or what you might call covert cooperation. You might kind of go that way. So here, let's see. I don't know why this lady, she did fucking like
Lip fillers or something.
No, I mean, she did like Pilates.
Yeah,
That was her Pilates.
And now she's got a podcast. I think she's on The View. Is she on The View?
Is she on The View?
I don't know.
I almost called for violence against them, and then I realized we were on YouTube.
Don't do that.
Should
Let
we
me
start
see.
with an alien hybrid breeding program where they're capturing caravans of immigrants and forcing them into this? Or should we start with the fact that a congressman who is well respected thinks that if this is fully disclosed, it's going to set the country on fire? I'm going to hand this one over to you here. I'm speechless.
Dude, I got to admit, man, I don't think it would set anything on fire. I think if they came out right now and they said there's a fucking hybridization program and there's people in deep underground military bases, especially when people asked,
Yeah.
who, what people, and they said illegal immigrants, we'd go, oh,
Nobody would care.
okay.
Nobody cares right now.
I'd go, did you learn anything? Cool.
Like I was talking about yesterday with Thomas on the show. Nobody cares.
Right.
Nobody get like we still haven't dealt with the fact that there was a lady that was just murdered in cold blood on a bus.
Oh, yeah, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
They care in the context of internet outrage.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Virtue signaling points.
And it would be great for this show if that were true.
Yeah.
If they really were hybridizing Mexicans with aliens.
What is Steven
Just
talking about
illegal
here?
aliens and fake and gay aliens. Christ is King is new age as fuck. Barbara Marx Hubbard pushed it. I pushed it too. I said it for a while, and then I realized that there was some sort of like organized thing behind it. And so I stopped saying it unless it's fun. Then I'll say it in a funny way.
Somebody said these Jim Carrey clones are everywhere.
All
That's
right,
funny.
well, let's see.
Sure. Well, first of all, I've had the privilege of speaking to Representative Tim Burchett and his colleagues, and what he's saying regarding access to very sensitive information, he's absolutely correct. Some of the people that briefed those individuals, I personally know. They were colleagues of mine back in the day. He's absolutely correct that some of the population, I think, would probably be potentially concerned about how much we know about this topic, and for several reasons. We can go into that now. As far as this notion of alien crossbreeding and hybridization, let me just preface this. When I was in the Pentagon at ATIP, I was a nuts and bolts kind of guy, so really airframe, air integrity, the material science and propulsion behind the vehicles themselves. And that's
it
Just
is
more
weird.
bullshit, dude.
No, well, here I want to let it play. I want to get into this, but David Cameron said, "What's up with her face? It is fucking weird how she just looks like she is in a constant battle with not shitting her pants."
Yeah,
Looks like the Leave Britney Alone guy. Remember him?
Wow, good call, Nancy. I agree. Does look like a leave Britney alone. I don't know what's going on. It's just a lot of facial expressions. And
resting Jew face.
but none of it is resting.
That's
It's
funny.
all anguished Jew face. It's weird. I mean, maybe it's supposed to convey that the information she's getting is so harrowing. But just watch her. You won't be able to look away.
so much the occupants. But what Gates is referring to is something called in the vernacular, it's known throughout kind of the UFO community as MyLabs. And what it suggests is that there's been a long-standing agreement or understanding between us and our friends from out of town that have allowed us to work with whatever these are, in a cooperative agreement, and in exchange for that, supposedly they would have access to certain human specimens biologically in order to test.
I guess this is a fun aspect that I didn't think we'd talk about on the show today, but I commented
Jillian
on
Michael's face.
Well, yeah, no, I mean the idea of her face.
Yeah,
right. That idea right there is very funny. Tim Pool tweeting about alien grays, and he's like, I wasn't sick. I was actually taken to Zyklon B.
Yeah,
and given
is that what he said? He said Zyklon B. Oh,
no, he shouldn't.
That would be very fucking funny.
To be honest, it all has to do with the Jews.
Yeah.
He's like, I've been taken to their facility, and I'm like, the fact that you have to talk about this, and it's not
in any way at all. Yeah.
Before, like, I don't know, early Tim Pool would talk about this in like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of way.
Sure.
Then later on, he'd tell Ian Carlson to shut up. Then he wouldn't address it at all because it's all very serious politics. I'm doing, correspondence dinners at the White House. Now you have to talk about it again, but you have to bring it up.
Closed doors meetings. What's the meeting called?
Chatham House
meetings.
But now you have to bring this up again because it's not just news, but this is the new paradigm that we're living in, and you're just a homosexual in it.
That's the main observation.
This lady, she's a workout lady, and she's
Tybo Ho.
She wasn't on The View. I think she was on a show that was a response to The View, which is some right-wing shit. Whatever. Like she's gone to bat. Very like woman area in a political spectrum, and now she's got to hear this distressing shit because this is politics now.
I don't think that it's even that. You know what it's like? It's like she doesn't understand the information. She just knows she's supposed. Yeah,
and she goes,
I saw that. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know that acronym at all.
But it was like, this must be where I'm supposed to act, because they said you're going to act stressed out, Jillian. Like, that's what's going to happen. He's going to say something to you and you're not going to understand it. Just show the audience with your face, because she's very physical in her acting. Show them with your face how they're supposed to feel. And he said my labs, and she said, for fuck's sake,
not the my labs.
Not the my labs.
Whose labs? Your labs?
He hasn't said anything yet, Jillian. Relax.
I have to say, first and foremost, I heard about that while I was at the Pentagon. I was not privy to the specifics of that. From my understanding, that relationship began, if it is true, sometime in the 1950s, and has continued. I have met several individuals, former intelligence officers for the Air Force and other services, who swear by it.
She wants to tell him. She wants to butt in so bad, like, just stop it. Stop it. But her producers have already told her that this is the way things are actually going. So you're going to have to deal with it.
I don't know if that's even, I don't know what she's thinking about, but that is
she's fighting everything inside of her to tell him this is bullshit. Like, what you're saying is beyond the pale.
Yeah.
Everything inside of her, all of her old reactions, which is, I find very fun. All these political pundits that have been trained to go, conspiracy theory. That's just insane. It's bizarre you would even bring that up.
Yeah.
Now you got to deal with it. Now we got to talk. Now you're talking with
so?
Lou
You think
Elizondo.
she's actually like bothered by just the notion of conspiracy?
I think all her past training has told her to ignore this.
The fucking typo?
no, that's a typo. I mean the MK Ultra training.
Okay, all right.
The slow drip training that she's had.
I just want him to get to the part where he really, because I almost just kind of want to see her face when he starts saying, like, really talking about the hybridization program. And it's funny too, because people are saying that.
20 years and back, you have no idea. I don't remember shit.
But but what do they exactly mean when they say hybridization program? We can get into
breeding,
that
right?
after. I mean, I guess, right?
I think that's
That's
be
a
the
long
thing.
game.
That
You're
might be
gonna
the thing that blows your socks off. Like it might blow our socks off when they start telling us what they were doing.
Well, you'd have to like really tell me what they were doing.
Well,
because
all right,
I
so
get like they're probably fucking in some kind of way.
I don't think they are.
You don't think they are? You think
No,
there's
this
an
is
Elon
my-
Musk fucking?
No, this has been my stance on Elon Musk for a very long time. He's not
Okay.
having sex with any of these lovely young ladies.
Huh.
No. It's all artificial insemination. It's like growing babies in labs. It's
Yeah.
making babies out of, I don't know. The Book of Enoch says that they started to like sin with the animals.
Yeah,
Shit like that. Yeah.
You know me. I mean, I'm a big, I don't want to say believer, but you would not color me surprised if they went, yeah, there's like fucking half man, half dogs in these fucking labs down there, and they're pretty big.
Yeah.
They're pretty big. They're on a super soldier serum, very aggressive, but we have these other guys with big feet who seem to calm them down
When Alex
telepathically.
Jones is like, he's like, they walk among us.
Yeah, maybe,
They're among us.
probably.
I mean, when you see a strange looking person, there was a dude that we were looking at yesterday that I think Thomas was like, that's a lizard person.
Yeah.
Oh, I
they're
forgot his name.
They're among us.
He had like one of those gaunt necks that was like, I was like, that's clearly a skin suit. There's something
Where your
underneath
neck
it.
is baggy.
Yeah, neck is baggy. That
Yeah.
might actually be his actual look as a human being, but he's just a hybrid of
Yeah.
something.
Well, all right, let's see.
We'll see.
Encounters with UAP and have seen military personnel in and around the vehicles, and as if very nonchalant, as if it was supposed to be. I have to be careful with going into any type of speculation.
He's gotta be careful.
To that, if that indeed existed. But I will also say it's really not that far of a stretch if we were to come into contact with, let's say, just another nation, right? So let's look at it this way from a real perspective. There are tribes right now that are isolated in the Amazon.
Why is she looking off to the side like there's some Jewish dude like fucking
No,
waving?
I think it's a weird one. It's
Yo, she looks so crazy.
Why platform this guy if you're going to make a mockery of what
I don't think
he's
she's making a
saying?
mockery. I think she's trying to look scared about what he's saying.
Oh, and the facial surgery is just
fucking it up for her.
deterring her from doing that.
Yeah,
I
because
guess.
nothing articulates.
Yeah,
except
yeah.
for her eyeballs.
Her old muscle memory was like, I look confused, and it's like you just look kind of bitchy.
Bro, she looks like Trevor said, she's genuinely horrified. I can't tell necessarily
It's
that
like
she's
she's got
horrified.
inverted controls on her face, like they're just wrong.
It looks a lot like she's trying to fight back like a mean fart or like indigestion or something like that. Like, where your face goes like really stiff and you're just trying to like not let it. It looks like she's trying to not let it show on her face.
The plastic and the muscles on your face have betrayed you because I don't know what you're trying to convey to me right now. I'm very confused.
This is hilarious. I don't even care about the hybrid thing now.
And also in the South Pacific. And we
She
have
is a
these
hybrid.
no-go zones. Basically, we're not going to interfere with these indigenous people and their development because they've never had outside exposure. They haven't been exposed to, recent diseases and things.
Okay, that's interesting. So he's kind of playing the non-interventionist card, like this intelligent alien species is non-interventionist because it would be disruptive to our evolution. Bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit.
Bullshit.
I like it though. It's
No,
fun.
it's sexy.
It's the same kind of gay shit that Jordan Crowder told us, which I liked.
Yeah.
I like the whole space dust of it burning off and coming
Yeah.
on
Which
us.
maybe
Come
it comes on
me.
us. Yeah.
And then I breathe it in. Oh, now I think different.
Now I think different. Yeah.
I feel different. I feel enlightened.
By the way, weren't we supposed to have some moment according to this dude with the Regulus star and the Sphinx? And
Oh yeah, they pushed it back.
it got pushed back, but it was only later April. Like it
Oh, was
wasn't.
it?
So I'm pretty sure we already passed it. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, look at what the fuck's happening.
He's doing contracting again. What's
Well,
he
no,
doing?
it's supposed to be like new knowledge.
Oh, that's true. We did. We are getting
We
a
do
new
a new
knowledge.
knowledge.
We be
I mean,
getting
it's
that.
old knowledge.
They sprinkled it on you. They're like, here's a little bit of that
We didn't
knowledge,
need the
Daddy.
fucking star of Regulus.
Regulus.
We didn't need that. You and I. We just needed a healthy distrust for the official narrative.
Yeah.
That's all it took. Maybe we starseeds.
Maybe we
indigo children's. Could be that. I don't know. Her podcast is called Keeping It Real. Oh, God. Oh, my spirit groans.
No.
Keeping it real. Your face isn't real. There's so much fake shit in your face.
You can't even make real
my
expressions.
God. That's crazy. That's painful.
I don't want to be mean to her.
That is very mean. Well,
she's trying. I think she's trying to understand.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take great joy in these people trying to understand.
It's not really that hard. It's not really that hard. I don't know if it has to be. So we have Tim Burchett. We don't have to bring this up. I'll read the thing. You tell me if you're interested in watching this. Only a minute and 35 seconds. Actually, you know what? I bet we could just read this whole thing and not have to watch the video. Representative Tim Burchett says, quote, there will be disinformation in the next UFO file drops. I'm kind of interested to see, like, yeah, I agree. But like, why you say that, Tim Burchett? Chat, keeping it Israel?
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 Jacob?
Chat.
Jacob Israel?
E-gay.
E-gay.
Quote, it's a classic deep state versus America in the UFO cover-up. A classic left-hand path, right-hand path, black hats versus white hats, deception. He doesn't say that. I said that. More quotes. I think the cover-up continues, and I do believe the president, he does say that, though. It's a classic deep state versus, America. And he goes on to say, I think the cover-up continues. I do believe the president and the White House, the good guys, so to speak. Okay. Oh, okay.
Boy.
Oh, thank you, Tim Burchett. Are having a hard time with a lot of our alphabet agencies and the deep state. I'm
so tired of this.
Boss, I'm tired.
Boss, I'm tired. We have to keep doing this, boss.
I still have my chips, on the roulette table. I don't know, fucking gamble. I've never gambled. But I still got money on the whole QAnon thing. Like it's still happening. They're going to do something. I think they still want to try to, he's gonna do it. It's gonna be you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be Trump. Trump's gonna he's gonna do the thing.
Yeah,
he's gonna be the Q guy
on the tape. And it's a
Q
legitimate
plus.
play too. I think people will believe it. Not fall for it, but yeah, they'll believe it.
Yeah.
You'll see we're watching them fall in line.
You know who's gonna fall for it? Fucking the guy who gave us these pins.
Who gave us these pins.
Yeah.
And maybe me. I might play along. You know what? I'm done doing like giving hot takes on the show. Man, let's just play along.
We'd be
Why
loaded.
Don't we?
If we started playing ball, if we went like all MAGA or all anything,
yeah,
we would be. Let's go all New Age.
Chat, what should we do? We could do it good too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we could do it
too.
good and say all your stupid shit.
Chat, which way? MAGA or New Age?
Let us know, Nancy. If you had to, as producer on the show, if you had to throw your hat into which direction, we can go full left, full right, full MAGA, full New Age. For money, I'm saying, for all the money, which way would you want to go?
More money in MAGA, I guess.
I'd say so. Yeah,
I
New
think you're
Age
probably
people.
Right.
You really have to have a legitimate grift for New
And
Age.
there is more money in MAGA because these pins were 2 for $5 and we got them for free. But this guy's probably making a killing off of these pins because everybody wants them.
2 for $5. Who's paying for this shit?
Fucking know.
Full Orthodox is
full
actually
Orthodox.
a great. Okay.
So full kind of Christian nationalist, racist.
Well, I think that lane is closed to us right now.
I think we could just step in it and decide it's ours.
No,
You don't think so?
they've decided that it's not. I mean, you want to watch some videos about that?
Yeah, let me just finish this little thing real quick.
Okay.
So I think the cover-up continues. Burchett notes objects in videos flying at high speeds, angles, yada, yada, yada. He's grateful President Trump kept his word in releasing the file. So that's also very gay.
Yeah.
And I think Tim Burchett, was he the guy that was on Tony's show? Or was that there's another guy, Eric Burleskin?
Eric Burleson was on Tony's show.
Oh, okay, all right. So never mind. Then I have nothing to say on that. All right, yeah. I guess we'll move on to making this motherfucker real mad.
Okay, I guess we have to be careful what we say.
Okay, yeah, we're on. Do you have like the clip?
Yeah, this is it, right?
Oh, this is. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, this is it. I think this is around this. This is what Lainey told me. Right around now.
Okay, fine.
So again, old hat. I guess I aggravated this guy, or you did.
Me?
We.
I didn't do anything.
We
to this
said
guy.
things.
It's a battleground to get people into the church and to keep them from going astray. And if nobody does it, the people who do it take over, whatever their position is, just like the government. It's the same thing.
Sort of like a say when doing anything.
Orthodoxy, who will? And I wrote, Jay also won't go to trans handicap fashion shows. So what you talking about, fool?
Laney said,
oh, this is the thing.
This is basically a full hour crash hour.
No,
We
it's
can't
me.
do. Yeah, that's you. We can't do a full hour crash hour.
No, what? That's crazy.
Laney, is this a good part?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if we don't have the clip on that, we could always come back to it.
I think it's at this time and then like an hour. Wow, 4 hours. What a fucking loser. All right, well, I guess we'll watch a little bit of this because he's upset about the things that we said.
We
What
did I say? You were the guy that
look,
really.
There's your face.
Well, no, I mean, I know I'm on that clip, but
Yeah, but you be saying stuff too.
all right.
All right, let's listen.
That annoyed me here.
Meme of an intercession prayer.
What was your issue with the Orthodox Church? What set this off?
There was a meme of an intercession prayer.
Whose voice is more annoying, mine or his?
Oh,
Because I'm hearing my voice, and I know I've got an annoying voice. It's very abrasive, but I hear his voice, and he looks like a dude. You know, he's got like the big beard and stuff. Who shouldn't sound the way that he does, but he's got a real weaselly, shitty voice.
I think he's just got a Weasley personality.
Is that it?
Yes, but I don't know. I think your voice has a distinct quality to it. His has more of a complainy quality.
It is very whiny.
I would call it back in the day kvetchy. Kvetchy.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
There's like a cadence to it, like a Valley Girl, but it's Jewish.
That's right. That's a stupid image. It's been going viral. Let me
Yeah.
see if I can find it. I'm just going to say, when doing anything, the most direct route there is the most efficient.
The man.
Amen.
The most direct route is the efficient. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't understand. How are you going to?
So why do we pray for people?
Well, if they ask me to, then I might pray for them. But they should pray for themselves. To God only.
Right.
Yeah.
Praying for people is one thing, but praying to, like if I'm praying to God,
Yeah.
you know, when
I
I
mention people sometimes because I know people.
and I'm alive, by the way. So this is
You alive?
well, this is like a kind of a false equivalency, right? It's like,
Uh-huh.
well, what about these dead people?
What about the tongue of
They could pray
Andrew?
for you too. I'm like, I don't fucking know, dog. Oh, we have the severed tongue of Andrew, but even in that, I'm praying directly to. What you want to hear? A convoluted, fucked up, stupid line?
Uh-huh.
Yo, dog, can you pray for me? Yeah, I'm gonna pray for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pray to the saints so that they can pray for me
To pray for
to
you.
pray for you,
Yeah.
but they're gonna pray to God so that I pray
For you back.
for you. I feel like, yeah, the manliest
At the
shit
end, you'd be
there.
like, you know what? Never mind. This ain't gonna work.
You just go in a straight line, motherfucker. I don't know. All right, well, maybe.
This. I hope he sees this. Somebody send him this clip because it's gonna fucking make him even more angry. But let's keep
Does he
watching.
get upset?
I can't tell.
All right.
He just doesn't. Also, yeah, somebody said the black and white is a choice.
Very moody, very gay.
Very moody.
Yeah, he's very moody.
I'll be honest though, like his
Yeah.
show is more entertaining than the Orthodox Church, and I just got to ask you, why would you make your show more entertaining than the church?
I think they'll kick you out for that.
Yeah, aren't you kind of doing the same thing? Or man, I don't know.
Be
What
careful.
What are we doing here, guys?
Why does someone say pray for me then? Why do you talk to your friend and say, hey friend, please pray for me?
Well, so I don't do that. I specifically ask people, don't pray for me.
Is there something like with the audio?
His audio or my audio?
I'm just wondering if he sounds like this on his YouTube, because
Maybe this
there's
is
like
his YouTube.
a real like nasally bitchy quality to his voice.
Could be his Asian wife. In
It
the
looks
back.
weird. It doesn't look like it should come out of him.
So why don't you just ask God? Why don't you just pray to God yourself directly? Or you're not a man or something?
Funniest way to Z-Man says his microphone's actually an old bone.
No, you can tell it's not, or else he'd be kissing it.
Or he'd be just kissing that, smooch that bone.
Mwah.
All right, let's hear my lovely voice again. Do something is to just, and it's also very clear, like within the Catholic Church and within your church, the Orthodox Church. This is how you sneak in weird bullshit.
Mm.
You just put weird paintings on the walls of people that we don't really know about. They're not meant.
You put weird people, you're saying Christians. So if you
Yeah, the pictures that are right next to you.
Yeah, those are
Weird.
arguably weird paintings.
Weird paintings all over the walls in your church.
Gotta admit, I don't like that art style.
I don't like it either. It's fucking gross.
It's just weird. It's
It
a weird
actually
art
looks
style.
alien-like.
It does. Yeah.
Like they have that, like these elongated, muscleless features.
If
And
I cared about it, I would almost be interested in knowing like who the fuck like
I
drew
once-
that and they said this is the standard now?
I once asked. I was in the Orthodox Church, not
Okay.
a part of it because I'm not a fucking. What did FJ Fool said?
Asking someone with whom you have an active relationship with is different than petitioning assistance from a dead saint you've never met.
Yeah.
What an astute observation, Jeep-I.
It's also a little risky. Like, what I'm getting at here is like there's shit painted on the walls here, and we're told who these people were, but you're directing a prayer, which is like I don't know, some form of telepathy to this thing that we don't know. You don't know what's standing in place of this, because in my opinion, these saints are dead and they're in the grace of God. I don't think they're really worried about you. I don't think they're worried about what we're doing here right now.
You know what's weird? This is like, you know that black and white film, The Lighthouse, with William Dafoe?
Yeah.
This is like if you turn that movie on and William Dafoe was just crashing out about, I don't know.
Also,
his
get a
silly
fucking
paintings.
green screen, you loser.
It was weird.
I'm going to keep seeing your guitar blinking.
I am trying not to fart again. It's
I'm going to
crazy.
send him a green screen. I'm going to help you out, Jimbo.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. They're
That is
cheap.
nice.
It's like $20. Yeah.
Oh, wait. DLB says, I'm sorry, but y'all are hard to listen to with the foul language y'all feel like you need to throw in here and there. It's so uncalled for and unnecessary.
All right, DLB. In your upper right-hand corner is the X button, or
You
your
could
upper
just
left-hand
leave,
corner is the
dog.
X button if you're on a MacBook.
Oh,
You
yeah,
could
they
log
do
out.
invert that.
I'm sorry, but we'll see you later.
Definitely going to still do it, though.
Let's
You could
listen
just
to-
watch other shows.
Jim Bob might curse too, so hold on here.
You were documented, Top Lobster, as a Christian. You'd just be a weird
With the hard
person,
R.
right? You just paint. It makes them sneak in weird things, even though
Once again, even if I did really great here and you started if you painted my pictures on the church walls,
That's what he asked. This is
I'd be
what he
like,
asked
this is
too.
not
Yeah.
about me.
I'd ask
It's
you,
about God. It's about Jesus Christ. It's not about me. Don't paint my picture on the fucking church wall.
but I mean, it's a good example of what it actually is about for them. Yeah,
Them.
them. It is about them. Don't fucking paint me on the church wall. Wait, Top's a person?
Amen.
That's right. Sometimes.
the majority of church history, up to the point that you're pretending to be a Christian, Top Lobster. Lobster, stupid fucking name, dude. And this is a guy named Jeff.
He bleeped himself. It's fine. You know what? Maybe we should have him on the show.
I
We
do
probably
like
have
that.
fun with this guy.
Yeah.
But he'd have to take the fucking filter off.
Oh, dude, he can't be in black and white on the show.
Yeah. No black and white.
and Bob. Like, it's like, geez, way to win the dumb name award.
Banger, Jim Bob.
It's kind of funny.
Jim Bob with the silly. That's a silly thing to say.
It's a silly
And
name.
It's a silly name to have, Jim
So
Bob.
yeah, the Top Lobster.
Is Jim Bob his whole? Is that like a?
I don't know his name. I've been calling him Jimmy.
Well,
Whatever.
Jim Bob.
Yeah, it's fine.
By
This
the
is all-
way-
this is all very stupid. You're praying to a fucking painting on a wall.
I
don't
got to
know.
admit, this guy blocked me. I got to talk about this because this guy blocked me.
Yeah.
I didn't care about this. I go, okay, Top's
no.
gonna fight the Orthodox Church. I don't know shit about Orthodoxy. I'm not gonna throw my hat in the ring, except for when I see things like kissing bones and paying for baptisms and stuff like that, which is like, you would criticize any church who was doing those things.
Yeah.
Even if they were part of my denomination.
Why
whatever.
are we entertaining him? FJ Fool says. I guess this is the reason why.
Well,
And
it's
it's kind of nasty.
It actually gets fucking crazy.
I don't want to do it. I don't
It gets
like
crazy. Actually, you know what? I'm going to see if I can bring up my post on this. So I'm kind of watching this unfold and I'm not really, engaging with this dude. And all of a sudden, I think it was either Lainey or Nancy who brought this to my attention. But this guy has actually been on Owen Benjamin's radar before.
Yeah.
Which is really fascinating. And the reason he got on Owen Benjamin's, this is like 2 years ago, and it's because he makes a shit ton of art about pizza.
No, I think they were buddies before.
They were buddies before? Well,
yeah, and then Owen didn't understand the Trinity.
Okay.
So obviously he's going to hell because he doesn't understand the way they do.
Amen.
So him and that other gay dude that couldn't open the pickle jar basically had a debate because this is what they do.
Okay.
And they jerked each other off. And Owen was like, I don't understand this, which is it's a crazy concept.
Well, whatever the case may be, there was these whispers about like this weird pizza art. And this is what really did it for me. That's not immediately a condemnation. You make a lot of art with pizza in it. Is not. Apparently there was a ring that was made where he was tagging an actual pedophile, and it's a pizza ring. And it says pizza ring, gold plated, sterling silver, orange, sapphire, pepperoni. It's pretty cool that he made a ring.
Yeah.
And he tags somebody in here. I don't know who it is exactly, but that's the rumor. So it's all rumors and rumors and rumors. And I'm going, this is really weird. And then he makes a video and it says chicken reach puberty. Chicken reach puberty is the video. This guy, by the way, the moody dude in the black and white who seems very serious about orthodoxy in this video is dressed entirely like a chicken. And what he's doing is he's just repeating over and over again, chicken reach puberty. Now, anybody who is in this kind of circle of like the QAnon thing, you know that the FBI released a bunch of information on their known languages and symbols that have to do with the covert communications between pedophiles.
Oh, that's what you asked them about, right?
This is weird. It's really weird, right? So chicken means young man or boy. And, you know, if you're in the conspiracy community, this isn't really news to you. And, you know, maybe if you're just in the Orthodox Church community, this could be news to you, but, you know, whatever. Except for the fact that Owen Benjamin literally dragged you for it 2 years ago. So this is weird, right? Because then I go to him and I go, you're arguing with him and I go, chicken reach puberty. What did you mean by that?
Yeah, why would I've never said those things.
in that he made a whole video and it was him dressed as a chicken and it's playing really bad like kind of electric music or electronic music or whatever and he's just going chicken reach puberty. Made no fucking sense. Wasn't even remotely funny. And then he's got this history of like tagging pedophiles, making pizza art, and it starts to paint this weird picture. I'm a little call me conspiratorial. I start to go, "Hey, that's strange, dog." So, I say chicken reach puberty. What did you mean by that? And he goes, some meaningless art from years ago. And I go,
why'd you do it a bunch of times?
Well, I go, so you just so happen to
stumble upon
and use the language that the FBI has recognized that pedophiles use when they're talking about young men or boys. And this is the part that gets me. He goes, why would I know anything about that? I don't know anything about that. Why do you know about that? You sound like a faggot.
Oh.
And I go, you know about that because Owen Benjamin dragged you for it. Blocks me. And I go, wait a second, what just happened here? Of course you know about it. Owen Benjamin doesn't drag you and you don't know about it.
Not a good look, dude. Again, I'm not going to accuse him of being this or that.
I'm not accusing him. I'm just going, what the fuck is that?
I'll accuse him of wanting to be this or that. Maybe you just didn't make the cut.
Who knows? It seemed like you were signaling, but the idea that you would get, because then what he goes is he goes, oh, you get your information from Owen. That's the last thing he says before he blocks me. I go, hey, dude, you made the video. You made the art. You made the chicken video about reaching puberty. You made the pizza art and the FBI released the documents. Those are the three things that I'm talking about. And you're pretending you have no idea about it, even though Owen dragged you. And your only defense is you're listening to Owen Benjamin. Rebut it, dude. Say something that makes me not go, wait a second, what the fuck did I just find? What did I just stumble upon? And then he just blocks me and I go, whoa, whoa. Well, he won't block you.
There's a silver lining. He's found the Orthodox Church and he's gotten his Asian wife out of all those pornography conventions that she was going to. So that's great.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
What?
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
What are you talking about?
I'm glad that he's switched up his ways.
Oh, this is better than pizza art, chicken reach puberty art. It's much better.
Yeah. Let's see the rest of this.
Stupid fucking name, dude. And this is a guy named Jim Bob. Like, it's like, geez, way to win the dumb name award.
Stick to corporate art, bro.
Just stupid. Did you hear that? Just what he said.
Direct route there is the most efficient.
The manliest way to do something is to just, and it's also very clear, like within the Catholic Church and within your church, the Orthodox Church, this is how you sneak in weird bullshit.
Sneak in weird bullshit.
You just put weird paintings on the walls of people.
Paintings on the walls.
Yeah, it's pretty classically known. I mean, it's historically known that pagan idols are snuck in through the Catholic Church and the Orthodox Church in order for the pagans that worship before to go there. But it's also done in a weird way. It's done in Santeria. It's done in all different forms.
Yeah.
You sneak your idols behind the saints and statues, and then people pray to them. These entities don't care if you're praying directly to them or if you're praying to an idol that they are standing behind, as long as the prayer does not go to God. And that's exactly what you're doing, Jim Bob, Rim Job, whatever.
Rim Job.
Do you know that the iconography writing is not integral? It's not only a part of the infrastructure of the metaphysics and the praxis and the theology, but it's used as a teaching tool. Like these people don't, in their own head, they make a distinction between images on a page called the Bible that make up words, and which convey as images, by the way, in your head, and images.
All right. I mean,
images in the Bible,
like the words, divinely inspired words of God, the things that you read, and then you make up words and images in your head to shit that I drew on a wall and pray to.
I don't really know.
I don't know the argument either, but I'm interested in hearing some. Keep
It's
going.
like written icons, right? It's just slop, dude.
If it was truly slop, would you say it's just slop and then give this like really insecure look right after?
Oh, he does look really concerned.
I called your shit gay and I didn't flinch.
Man,
this is weird.
I'm telling you that I can't let go of that whole pizza thing. That interaction was fucking bizarre.
That's your shit. Well, here we go. People that we don't really know about. They're not mentioned in the Bible.
You don't know about them. Yeah. Guess what? The Bible, you need to appeal to the people that you are making fun of.
Okay, so the people I need to appeal to that put together the Bible didn't see fit to put themselves in it. Next question.
In pictures, dude. They're not mentioned in the Bible. I'm sorry. There's a lot of things not mentioned in the Bible, bucko. There's a lot of things not mentioned in the Bible. You're appealing to a group of people, bishops and priests, who compiled the Bible. They're not in the Bible. You're accusing them of not being in the Bible. Look, if they were truly nefarious and schemy, they would.
I think this rant really made it obvious to me about like that special boy syndrome that Owen goes on, because the Jews suffer from this catastrophically, I'd say. So the Orthodox or the Catholics also suffer from this. And the reality is, reality is your bishops, your saints, your apostles, the people who put together the Bible, somebody else would have done it. And to be honest, the way you guys act, somebody else should have done it, because you guys are a bunch of fucking pussy retards.
Is it them that have the incorrupt tongue of Saint Anthony? Or is that the Catholic Church?
What's the difference?
No, true. I mean, if you have any bones at all.
Their problem is that they think that they are the Catholic Church. They're the true Catholic Church. This is their entire gripe.
You know what, man? I want to apologize to Rim Job. I don't think that you're doing pedophile stuff.
No, I want to get to a little bit more, because I did listen to some of this.
Yeah.
And he might be, but I just want to listen to this, because one of the main things here, and I'll give my argument he's going to mention in a second.
They probably put themselves in the Bible.
All right, just keep going, Rim Job. Play the video.
You retard.
Look at this dope ass clip. Look, wait. It's the body language is also telling. He goes, "You retard," and then he goes, "I hope they believe that. I hope they." It's like, dude, it doesn't work. Keep going. Say it with your chest.
Lord have mercy.
Lord of mercy.
Lord of mercy.
Oh, they snuck things in the Bible. Oh, these people aren't in the Bible.
They're not.
Yeah. The priests who compiled and preserved the scripture and its practice.
Thank you.
They're not. They didn't put themselves in the Bible.
Play the clip. Bible. They're just your icons, idols, false gods. Everything is
icons, idols. So yes. An icon's a false idol.
Yes.
This guy's so low tier, dude.
Very structured and political, and also kind of fucking boring.
Yeah.
I'll just be honest.
Boring?
Honest. This shit is boring, dog.
This shit is boring, dog. Yo, this shit is boring.
And this is where we get entertainment.
Nigga, he's upset, huh?
Dance for me, daddy.
They don't even have like a strip pole at liturgy. It's boring, dude.
It is boring.
He's all fucked up about it.
Argue the point that it's not boring. Anybody in the chat, anyone listening to this,
it's boring as fuck.
It's fucking boring. And I'm really, I don't understand how you can make God, the creator of the universe, boring.
That is the craziest shit.
And
you
then
took the most awesome thing in the universe.
How could you go back like fucking week after week and listen to this shit and act like you're getting anything from it? It's wild. There's nothing there. It's empty. It's what you'd call dead bones. It's what you'd call an empty tomb.
No. If it was dead bones,
the history of the church is boring, son. They don't even have like like Xbox in the back. I'm sorry, was the true church.
I'm not asking for Xbox. I'm asking for somebody speaking in a way that people can listen to.
Yeah. Wait, what is he going to say? I'm sorry, is the true church too boring for you?
Here, what was your pathway to salvation here to entertain you? What?
It's not about being entertained. It's one of these things that people just don't understand. Like yesterday, I'm making the argument to Thomas and Matt, and I'm saying, what would you prefer? What would you prefer? Do you want to have a black grandkid? And they're like, oh, I can't get around the idea of all of these presuppositions. It's like, no. What do you prefer? Yeah. In your heart, what do you
one
think?
That looks like
when
me.
You're
I think Jim Bob would agree with that.
When you're sitting there, yeah, probably, and based, but
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you got some Asian grandkids, so whatever. So when you're sitting there in this board, well, you're not even sitting, you're standing because they're like, we got to keep these niggas standing,
Yeah,
otherwise
that's
they're gonna
fucking
fall asleep.
crazy.
Nobody's thinking this is absolutely horrifically boring. Are you lying to us? Why do we keep lying to ourselves?
That's
Put
like
put an Xbox in the back, please. Somebody do something.
when I was just out there with Jason, and he's in the coffee shop and he's reading the Bible and he's taking notes on Ezekiel and he's just like exploring this idea about like when Ezekiel was supposed to burn human feces for what was he supposed to cook on human feces? And he basically tells God, like, you know, I've been living under the law for my entire life. Like, I don't want to do that. Can I do animal dung? And basically God tells him, like, then whatever you get from it is not going to be as abundant. You know, basically what ends up happening is Jason is taking notes and he's just like, man, I wonder what would have happened if he would have said yes and he would have done it on human dung. And he and I start talking about this and it's like a fascinating conversation. Like, you're allowed to think and you're asking questions and it's like, you don't need the giant golden cathedrals with the strangers painted on the wall in the really strange art fashion.
There's no reason to have a conversation about it. Somebody else will tell you.
Somebody else will tell you what to think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing that they handle.
And then how meta is this? Now somebody else in black and white camera setting.
How meta is this? Where I'm here and I'm also over there making the same facial expression.
It's so meta. This guy's telling me what to think. What somebody else told him what to think, and then he tells everybody else what to think. But what that guy told him to think, but what the guy before him told him to think. It's like, have a fucking thought of your own, you retard, and maybe you'd be a little bit more entertaining. But who am I to argue?
Crazy.
He's got a large following, so let's listen.
A gay female approach that was, dude. Lord have mercy, it's boring. What are you, a child?
It is boring. I can't get over.
What are you? What are you? What are you? My 7-year-old? That's literally what my kid says.
Yeah.
What do you say?
That's literally what your kid says because it's boring. Your kids are telling you the truth, dog. Listen to them. Listen to your children.
I don't remember what was said already. I forgot.
He's mad. He's mad about me still.
Honey, freeze frame all-star. Yeah, they expect to be entertained in heaven.
Yeah.
I don't think heaven's not going to be the coolest fucking place ever, the most interesting, fascinating, and exciting place ever. You took the most interesting, fascinating, and exciting thing ever and made it gay.
Yeah, it's actually kind of fascinating. It's actually entertaining.
It's actually remarkable.
It's remarkably entertaining as we
clap.
dissect it.
Yo, he's about to be judged, and Top Lobster's like, yeah, but can I just look in and see if you guys got like Mortal Kombat, the original arcade?
Honestly,
I think comedy's not his thing.
I would peek in. I'd be like, I just want to make sure that fucking Jim Bob's not there, because if he is, I'm in the wrong spot.
No, I don't think he'll be there. Not for the.
I think he'll be there.
I think you're not allowed to go there if you do the pizza art thing.
Well, I don't hold the keys to salvation, so I don't know.
That's true. Yeah. And as long as he repented and things like that, and he claims, you know,
like I said, his wife doesn't go to those meetings anymore, so
that's good.
This is a step in the right direction.
Just make sure like you got like stuff, and let me see past your tunic. What is that? What's that? Was that Top Golf or Top Lobster?
I mean,
what just happened? What did he say?
I don't know.
What just happened?
I respect that you're trying. It's just I come from a little bit of a comedy background where if you're gonna do this like off the cuff shit, I expect it to be witty, funny, and I don't even use that. Like I don't use that muscle anymore. But this is just it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable, to be honest.
Yeah, dork.
Oh,
okay.
This is proof that people need to be readied to be in a church. You can't just be in the church. is perfect, right?
What does that mean?
Perfect.
You have to be ready.
Example of why it's
$250 to get baptized.
You have to be docile. You have to appeal to authority. You know what I do realize is I have a big problem with authority, and I think that's why I have a problem with the church in general, like going to church, is because I've never, this whole like trust the experts thing never worked out for me because they fucking lie.
You're not good at being subversive either.
Well, my thing is, why would you have an institution that's as big as any of the churches? And I'm not saying like they don't have their value or anything like that, but I'm saying, why would you look at any institution that is, orchestrated by man, and any, right? It's man trying to do their best, but of course, because of the fallible nature of man, it gets corrupt and all these wild things happen. And you go, no, ignore that. This is the one true church. Like, that seems retarded if you understand human nature at all.
Yeah.
There's in my opinion, no institution that is going to be so perfect that you can look at it and go, this is the one true church. If you want to get upset with Protestants of whatever denomination, or you want to get upset with Catholics, or you want to get upset with Orthodox, there is plenty of reason for you to do that with every single one of those.
It might have been the first church, but it failed immediately. I'm looking at the fruits.
Well, that
look
idea
at what they are.
Of being first is being synonymous with
being wrong.
Well, almost, right? I mean, if you just look at Moses bringing down the tablets, and it's like, what was one of the earliest things they did in that instance? Is they were worshiping that's what they were doing. It's time doesn't matter. You being first doesn't matter.
I asked that question. I was like, how long did it take for them to fuck up? And I was like, about 40 days.
Right.
So you think about the church, like Jesus dies, and then it's like, how long did it take for you guys to ruin this? I think it was a little longer than 40 days.
Well, even if it was good when it was first and early.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that it was just preserved for all this time.
What I get a kick out of is like later on in this, I guess, crash out, he goes, this guy just picked up Christianity like 2 months ago, and then he started, and now he knows everything. And I'm just like, hey man, fuck you, all right?
Fuck you, rim job.
Yeah, when your pregnant wife was getting fucked at the pornography convention,
and you were appealing to pedophiles.
I was getting kicked out of the church for actually disobeying the priest, because he was heretical and he was stealing, and I was actually saying brave shit, not just following orders like you were. That's all you do. You're there, you're following whatever your pedophile priest is telling you what to do. And to be honest, it's wrong. You're not even reading the Bible to verify what this guy is saying. Yeah. But you have a lot of strong arguments to the latter. So I don't know.
When Matt says there's real ones, so like Doofus says, why go to church at all? Are you not capable of strengthening your relationship with God by yourself? Do you really need to be in a temple filled with sinners to worship God? You know what? I think there is benefits if you're really love the Lord and you're really pursuing God and you're pursuing a relationship with God, and that's the energy that you're bringing into the church, you're going to have success there, and it's going to benefit you, because everything that you do, as long as you're oriented towards God earnestly, will, grow that relationship. So whether it's church or if it's fucking the woods, if you walked into the woods with a Bible and your heart was aimed at God and that was your entire purpose of going there, then you would grow. But when Matt says there are real ones in every church, I agree with him. There are real ones in every church and there are fake ones in every church. And maybe the institution is dying and decrepit, but real ones are still in it. If that's true, then how the fuck could you say Orthodoxy is the one real church, the one true church? Because then you would have to say there are no real people after the heart of God in any other denomination.
That's what they're saying.
That's completely fucking retarded.
Right. I flip that on its head, and I'd say that some people in the Orthodox Church are good, are actual good believers. I don't know people's hearts, but yeah, I go to church almost as an example, especially to this show. I think this show is the reason why I still go to a church, and it's not because I want to fit in or something, but it's almost like I talked so much shit about the church, rightfully so, because I saw it for what it was. Yeah. I saw it in all of its ugliness with the mask peeled off, and now even saying this is messed up, but I'm like, even so, there's still so much good that comes from it. Even this taint riddled Catholic pseudo church, God is still there.
Yeah.
People go there and they still find God. People go there and they become this guy.
See that, man? Look, if you're a dude, let's say you're a dude.
That's the dynamic, isn't it? So like, what I'm supposed to like steer people away from that?
Right.
I don't know. I think go there. Just go figure it out, but don't stay in the same spot.
Don't cleave yourself to it and have it become your identity over whatever your identity in Christ is.
Or do, and then get beat up.
Right. Well, see, this is the thing. Imagine you have a ship and a ship crashes and a dude escapes from it and he's got a Bible and enough supplies to fucking, survive on an island. And he's out of contact with people, but he's reading the Bible. It's the only thing that he has. And he develops a real love for the Lord. And that dude spends all of his time on that island, worshiping the Lord, understanding the Bible, immersed in the word, and then builds some place specifically there, chops down the trees.
But he wasn't baptized in the Orthodox
Well, that's my
Church,
fucking thing. You chop down the trees, you build a place of worship, and now that becomes a dedicated place that guy goes every day. He spends his mornings there. It's the house of the Lord in his eyes, and he's after the Lord with his whole heart. In fact, he doesn't have the world anymore because he's on a fucking island, and all he has is the Bible and his love for the Lord. And you're going to turn to that guy and go, actually, orthodoxy is the one true church. Like, you've removed the spirit from this entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
You've removed,
which is why I called it boring. And it's not to do with like a smoke show, laser show, music, anything like that going on. Even the small sermon, it's like a weird, I forget exactly what they call it. Like they give you like a homily, and it's like 4 minutes. Like, you did all this ceremony, all this pomp and circumstance for 4 minutes of the, like, what God told you that week. Bullshit. And you're going to lead these people in their thought and their religious belief and their spiritual walk. It was like, dude, I don't know. Like, when I mean entertaining, I'm like, tell me something of substance. That's what I'm asking you for. This is our gripe. This is your gripe with the church that we used to go to. This is my gripe. I mean, these guys are not even fucking close. At least sometimes they hit the mark. Over there, you can't hit the mark. It's designed so that you can't even do that. So why even go? But keep going, I guess. It's crazy. God's still there. But
well, that's the thing, is I see them do this thing where it's like they'll because I've gotten to a couple of interactions and they'll attack Protestantism, whatever, and I wasn't going to church before, and I only started going to this church, and it's a Pentecostal church, and I haven't been back in a while, and
exactly. I think what Laney's saying here is accurate. They're the convoluted terms that they'll use, and then like some people in their church will say this, some people will say that, and it's like, you guys that they're really not even
cohesive.
You don't have any cohesive beliefs. If you did, I mean, to be a one true church, you would have to all be moving in unison, and to be moving in unison, you'd have to believe the same thing. But you're just winning the argument.
But this is the thing that they're doing. They'll attack Protestants, and they'll do it to me. And they don't realize, like, it's not the same thing. Like, if I attack Orthodoxy or something that the Orthodox Church is doing,
they're not allowed.
They get hurt by it.
Yeah, they're not allowed
and then they
to
go
like,
on the offense.
Deviate.
If you do it to me, I don't even care. I'm not even thinking about that. My identity.
Yeah, like, Kenneth Copeland has a jet, and I was like, okay,
he's a faggot. My identity is not in Protestantism. It's not in the Pentecostal church. It's not in the building. It's not. My identity is in Christ.
Yeah.
So I don't give a fuck.
It's just like, to bring this back to the top of the show, it's the same argument that conspiracy theorists have. I'm on Tucker Carlson's show, but what am I saying?
Yeah.
I'm in a Protestant church. I'm in a Pentecostal church, but what am I saying here every day?
Right.
This is just a place that I go to. I'm passing through. I preferred what Trump did in this term. Do I have to be cleaved to these people? Does this have to be my identity? Does this have to be my opinion every single time?
Yeah.
No, but it has to be for you.
Right.
So good luck.
It's the same thing as, this is why I said it's got a pseudo-political structure. It's identity politics.
Yeah, it's
the
gross.
same shit, bro. It's like saying that
That's
I'm fucking part of the LGBTQ community.
Well,
like,
debate me about it. Debate me. It's like, why would I debate you? You're like a part of a Borg.
What is there even to
debating?
debate? If you wanted to debate anything, I don't even know that I would debate it. I'd go, I hope it's not the case for you any longer. But if you don't believe in Christ, then I believe in Christ. Because that's the foundation. Everything is built off of that.
Yeah.
My foundation is in Christ. My identity is in Christ. I don't give a fuck if you want to talk about church fathers or any of these fucking things. I don't care, dude. That doesn't interest me at all. If you want to argue about the many denominations, don't care. My identity is in Christ. My foundation is in Christ. And it's a weird ass thing to watch this kind of schism, you know,
Well, how
to
do you
use the
get to
term.
know? How do you get to know Jesus? Like, what's the best way to get to know Jesus and the personality of God?
I just feel like what you do is you read the Bible and you talk to God.
Oh, I thought
and you
we
read
kiss-
the Bible and you
kiss
talk to God.
bones?
You
We
can
pray
kiss
to-
some bones. You can kiss some bones.
Pray to Mary.
Yeah, I guess.
Read the fathers. Read the
Just
old
seems like you
church
would
leaders.
Read the Bible
No,
and you would
like-
talk to God.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's words in red, and again, where do we get the words? It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. There's words in red that was written down. It would be written down because of you, or with or without you, dog.
Yeah.
You had nothing to do with this. This is God's plan. You're just a guy that did the thing that God wanted. The same way I'm just a dude that's going to do. What we're doing here. If this is God's plan, this is not me doing it.
Oh yeah, this is something that I do as long as God will let me do it.
If I stepped out the way, there'd be another asshole sitting in this seat probably doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with me. I'm just the guy that's lucky enough to do it here. That's it. So when they attribute all these things to the apostles, the church fathers that are passed this thing on, thanks a lot. That's where it stops.
I think that is,
Get off my fucking walls. Where's my paintbrush?
To me, I think that is, it's so obvious if you're just observing human nature. If you want to know where somebody's identity lies, you could just poke it. And it's like, if I poke at the Orthodox Church and you freak the fuck out, your identity lies within an institution. It's the same thing. If I poke at Trump and you freak out, your identity lies within the Republican Party, specifically MAGA. That's your identity. You're doing identity politics now. You can't separate yourself from a thing. The only thing that I have no interest in separating myself from is Christ. So if I poke at any of these things, it's the LGBT community, it's Catholicism, right? Even if it's fucking Mother Mary, which I get it. She unfortunately gets attacked because of the whole divine feminine thing. And I try to do my best to be like, no, Mary's based, obviously, all this shit. Yeah. You know, Jay's another guy who I like Jay a lot. I think he's very funny. I think he's very intelligent. When I talk to him, I do get the feeling like, I'm like, where is the spirit of this thing, man? This is all so analytical. This is all just debate points and intellectualism. You know, it feels like intellectual posturing. And it's like, I don't feel that when I, you know, that's going to be made fun of, right? Because I'm like, when I feel God, like in my heart, is it about intellectual posturing? Is it about debate? Like, no, that's not what I feel like God is about at all. You know, this is something that once you remove the spirit from it, this is, in my opinion, it's just a fucking institution.
Just four walls. We didn't even get into Heiser. Somebody
that was
brought him
weird.
up, but I guess we're a little late in the game.
Yeah, we're at the 2-hour mark. I guess
we brought him up a little bit yesterday, but it was kind of like Thomas is like, who the fuck is Heiser anyway? It's just
yeah. So that didn't go over too well because then you kind of had to explain it.
Blapped up with psyop after psyop. From the Orthodox Church to Heiser, now you have Baptists attacking him because they don't view his view of the supernatural as legitimate, but they also don't have arguments against it. Which
That's
is
been
interesting.
overwhelmingly the thing. Yeah, nobody's got an intelligent argument to make.
Like I was looking, it was one of those things where I'm looking at it and I go, like, where do I even start to poke the holes? Like you've poked the holes for me, and why address this?
There was one guy I was arguing with for the longest time, Larry something.
Yeah, that's the guy.
He's one of the guys. He's one of the guys that kind of became more viral regarding it. I'm gonna see if I can find his name because I guess he's a big guy in the space. I don't really know him at all, but
I'd also like to apologize to Jim Bob. I didn't mean any of those. No, stop it.
Oh, we're not doing that anymore?
I didn't mean to say any of those things about your wife that wasn't nice. That was uncouth.
And I hope you're not.
And
doing some pedo
if
stuff.
that was the truth, like from what I've heard what I've heard from people, I'm glad that that's not happening anymore. Like that's great. And I don't attribute that change to the denomination of the church that you go to. I attribute it to God. And hopefully that's actually working in your life. So stop arguing with people.
Yeah.
Faggot.
Where is, oh, no, not Josh Barzin.
And cut it out with the pizza.
Not Josh Barzin again. Where the hell is this guy? He was an old dude.
Oh, hey. Sean's in the chat. Came in context.
Yo, what up, dog?
This is how we're saved, because God chose you from the beginning to be saved by the sanctification of the Spirit and by faith in the truth. To this he called you through our gospel.
No.
Thessalonians.
The Orthodox Church is how you're saved. Sean, come on. What are you,
Yeah,
aren't you
it's
even paying attention?
a very expensive baptism process and robes and candles and stuff
So,
like that.
so Larry Sanger, no relation.
That's the guy that he's a co-founder of Wikipedia.
Yeah, I didn't know that was crazy. He goes, Michael Heiser made it cool for Christians to talk as if the Bible teaches many gods exist. I don't claim to know exactly what Heiser himself believed, but many of his followers cheerfully affirm polytheism, which is interesting. It's like, what are we talking about here? Don't
It's an
seem to
argument
realize
without
it.
distinction. It's kind of retarded.
I got to the heart of it because he and I went back and forth a lot, and I was gracious with him. You know, I'm just trying to lead him into saying what it is he's trying to say without reading his website, because over and over again, he's like, you got to go to,
I'm not reading your,
I'm not going to go read your if you're going to say something, argue it right here, right now. Don't send me to your website,
or don't even,
or don't at all. So what ended up happening was, he basically got to the point where he's like, oh, well, Heiser calls them gods. The other Elohim.
Yes.
And he tries to draw some distinction when God says, you know, in the first commandment, you know, thou shalt not take any other gods before me. And when God is, you know, engaging with his counsel and all these other things, he's trying to say, I don't know what the fuck he's trying to say. He's basically saying, by virtue of calling these things gods, that is the equivalent of worship.
No, but this is what the Bible is referring to them as, like lowercase g gods. Many terms, many times they've been called that. Even Satan, he's the god of this world, lowercase g. So it's like, yeah, we're using the term accurately.
Right.
You're telling us that we're worshiping them, and we're saying over and over, nope.
No,
that's not what we said.
I'm telling him, I'm like, when people
lowercase g god, big uppercase g gay.
Yeah, if people are having a discussion about Heiser's work and they're referencing these things as gods, it's just to contextualize them within sort of a pagan framework. That's all. It's just to say, like, these people worship them as gods. No, they're not. These things are not the same as God. They're not equal with God. They don't deserve worship. They are fallen. All these other things, like the caveat after caveat after caveat. But this guy, that's his whole argument.
It's like
he goes viral, 123,000 views and all these shares.
It's almost like he didn't. I'm 100% sure he didn't even read the book.
No, he says he didn't.
So what the fuck are we doing here?
He says he didn't. I had to go. I watched.
He said he didn't. So
he said he didn't.
Dude, which is why. Do you understand my confusion? Where I'm like, I was like, I did a long-winded thing where I'm like, about to type, and then I go, wait a second.
What am I arguing with?
What am I arguing
with?
with?
Well, that's the hard part. It's what am I arguing with? Because he's not saying it at all.
Yeah.
And then when I got down to it, I kind of dragged that out of him. I said, is your contention with the idea that calling these gods is somehow the equivalent of worshiping them? And he goes, more or less. Like, that's basically what the fuck he said.
It's an interesting point here. He's saying that church historian Eusebius in 325 AD affirmed the teachings of First Enoch, Book 7 of church history, but the Eastern Orthodox Church doesn't accept it. They're not the original church. Well, I don't know.
It's weird too, because I think if I'm not mistaken, Jay Dyer like fucks with a lot of the kind of the Heiser-esque worldview, you know, including Enoch. You know, I get like the other Enoch 2 and Enoch 3 are fucking super crazy. I don't see Enoch 1 as being that much of a departure, and it doesn't make a lot of claims that don't seem to be supported by scripture. So, you know, whatever the case may be, it was a weird time because the Heiser dismissals started going hyper viral. And I found that really strange because the last thing that was hyper viral within the Christian conversation was the Orthodox Church. Only a couple of days later, people are coming out of the woodwork and they're shitting on Heiser's work, but nobody's got anything of substance. And that was really strange. And despite not having anything of substance to complain about, and one of the guys is still going kind of viral right now, but only for looking stupid, Sola 5 or 5 Sola or something like that.
Sola Fide, yeah.
And he is just making fun of people that look at Heiser's work and think that it has credibility.
Yeah.
And he won't say anything as to like, well, what criticisms do you have? I said, hey, how about you intelligently argue any single point that you have a problem with? And
Isn't this the exact folly of the church? It's like, we're watching, on one hand, these guys strip the Bible of the supernatural. On the other hand, we're watching a completely sterile, cleaned up version that doesn't allow any kind of thought in general with the Eastern Orthodox Church. And then on the other side, we've got Protestant pastors just making shit up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, All right. So what? Let's make fun of the church that you go to. Yeah, they all suck. They all kind of suck. What
you know
am I
why?
supposed
Because
to do
we
here?
suck. Human beings suck.
Mm-hmm.
We're fucking retarded. So of course, whatever we're gonna build, like we build a lot of really remarkable stuff, and I think we do a lot of things that please God. But we're not perfect, so nothing that we build is going to perfectly reflect what God wants for us, and so therefore it's going to be retarded in its own unique way, every rendition of it. And I just don't understand how you can't criticize. If I come up against a fucking institution that I can't criticize,
I'm going to criticize it.
I'm gonna fucking criticize it. What are we talking about? This is like normal critical thinking human being shit 101. If you have an infallible institution, it's probably failed.
Yeah, you should probably throw some rocks at it to see what happens.
If you tell me that the science is settled, I'm going to go, I don't think the science is settled. Right? If you tell me that the status quo has reached a consensus, I'm going to go, I don't know if that's the right consensus.
Well, how many times in your life have you said, I've got it all figured out?
And then ended up being fucking super wrong?
Yeah.
Holy shit, over and over and over again. And even now, I'm not going to sit in this place where I think that I've got it all figured out. I just don't understand, man, because that seems to be what I'm looking at when it comes to the whole Orthodox Church thing, is the institution is infallible.
Yeah.
Because if you go, it's the one true church, that sounds a lot like a synonym for the infallible institution that is the one true church. Like, sorry, dude. I don't fucking think so.
I don't know. I guess if I had to leave these people with the message, even if you're going to the Orthodox Church, I'd say be careful with like the praying to the saints or whatever you're doing there. I think that can get a little slippery. I think that can definitely get really weird. Be careful with thinking that if you're outside of that institution, if you believe that you can't receive salvation or you need to be a part of it, it's like, I'd be careful with that.
Dude,
but
just do a Google search.
If you're going to do like Orthodox stuff, if you're going to be in the Orthodox Church, like do it. I think people should go. If you're going to be in the Protestant Church, do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Read the Bible.
I was going to go to the Orthodox Church, except for the fact that the nearest one is like 45 minutes away, so I didn't do it. Jay Dyer actually invited us to his church, and I was like,
I'm glad I didn't go.
I looked at it, and it was like an hour away, and I was like, that kind of sucks.
Well, it's also made me feel very sleepy. Listen, go to church, I guess. That's it. Go to church, but read the Bible. Read the Bible, man.
Just do everything while you're oriented at Christ.
That's it. That's it, guys. This was depressing. I feel like low.
Fuck you, rim job.
All right.
They bred with